Welcome in one and all for a fun live stream tonight. We have a lot to talk about for our second ever watch party on the channel, first ever Nebraska basketball watch party, the biggest basketball game in the history of the Husker basketball program. Of course, number 13 Huskers going up against the number 9 ranked Michigan State Spartans. And then we have a lot to talk about. We'll talk about the transfer portal in this live stream, recruiting, the bowl game, even if people still want to talk about that. And again, the future of Nebraska football as well. So going to be a packed live stream with you guys tonight. We're waiting for tip-off here. They're delaying it a little bit just because right now Michigan and USC, they're wrapping up that game. So we'll see when tip-off starts. It's supposed to begin at 8. Looks like they might begin here in a couple minutes. So I'm waiting for it to get on TV. The game is on Peacock today, but they also have it on NBC Sports Network. But again, I'm just waiting for it to get on TV because Michigan's blowing out USC and that game won't end for some reason. So we still got 5 minutes in that one whenever they feel like starting. So I'm trying to see when they're going to start the game. But again, USC, Michigan, that one will not end. And I'm not gonna lie, I do not own Peacock. So just waiting for it to come up here. And again, I think it's gonna tip off is at 8:10. I could be wrong, but I believe it's at 8:10. Believe it's at 8:10. Okay, nope, tipped off. Game tipped off. Okay. All right, we're gonna have to go about 5 minutes without watching it. Of course, we'll have it on the screen here. We'll have the ESPN broadcast on the bottom here. But again, I can't watch it because it's not on TV just yet. Because again, this Michigan game won't end. I'm gonna see if I can get it with my ways here real quick. Hold on. I'm going through a backup. Dude, it's always Michigan. It's always Michigan with their shenanigans. Here we go. You'd think they would just kick off the Michigan game from TV because they were blowing them out so bad, but nope. They gotta postpone the biggest game of the week is on Peacock, which is a complete embarrassment to the Big Ten Conference, by the way. Don't get me started about that. Okay, hold on. I think I found an alternate stream for the time being. Yep, we got it. All right, we got the game. Got the game. Here we go. Still 0-0, 18 minutes, 30 seconds here in the first half. Rick Mass, jumper from the wing. Missed it. Rebound, Michigan State. I'm not going to lie. I got to look over Michigan State's roster here real quick. I've only watched one game of them so far this year. Yeah, Jeremy Fears, he's a stud. Cooper, yeah, Carson Cooper, he's a stud. Keon Carr, remember him. Yeah. Same old Michigan State team per usual. Tom Izzo. This guy says, put your Christmas tree away. Are you kidding me? 12 days of Christmas. This is Christmas spirit over here. Michigan State with the basketball. Dude, I got to memorize these names for Michigan State. That's Fears with on the wing. Kicks it inside. No good. Rebound, Burke. Burke over to J-Law. Brings it across the timeline. 18 minutes here in the first half. Still 0-0 knotted up in the biggest game in Nebraska basketball history. Now Rick Mass with it on the wing. Looking, searching, trying to find somebody. Goes to the top of the key. Gives it over to Sanford. He puts up a jump shot. Got it! 3 ball. Price Sanford gets it going here for Nebraska. Michigan State trying to respond on the other end. Carr has it on the wing, directing traffic, gives it over to Cooper. Cooper fakes it to Fears. Good defense here by Mass. Back out to the wing for Michigan State. Now top of the key. That's Tang. Drives it inside. Pump fake. Back out top of the key. Now to the wing. Down the corner. Drives inside. And there's going to be a foul on the court. That's going to be on Michigan State. Travel, they say. Travel on Michigan State. Price Sanford. Whew. I see you, Price. I see you. Nebraska basketball on the other end. Back over to Sanford. Driving inside. Has a lane. Jump shot. Midi. No good. The back half of the rim. Michigan State trying to spawn here on the other end. 17 minutes here in the first half. Low scoring game to begin. Nebraska has the only points of the game. Mid-range jump shot from Michigan State, no good. Rebound, Spartans, another opportunity. That's Tang, three-pointer on the way. Got it. Got it. Three, all knotted up. Stanford driving inside, trying to kick it out, puts up a mid-range jumper. Wobbling around, just missed it. Tang with the board, takes the other way. Now Fears with it. Back out to Tang. Pump fake, and now they'll reset. Yeah, I'm waiting for this Michigan game to be over with, because right now I'm watching it on a botched live stream. I'll say that, a botched live stream, and we still got 3 minutes left in this Michigan game. Yeesh, dude, makes no sense why. Again, when Michigan is blown out a team by 30 points, just take it off the air. Put on Nebraska. The fact that they are not even putting it on YouTube TV right now, it's ridiculous. It's a complete joke. Foul on the floor on Nebraska. Oh, excuse me. That was a charge. Charged by the Spartans. Low scoring affair here. That's timeout on the floor. 3-3. It's like a football game here. A football game. All right, see what the comment section's saying. Are you putting the game up? No, I'm not putting the. Yeah, my channel get taken down immediately. Are you kidding? No, I'm not. I'm not putting the game up. No, sir. No, sir. I'd prefer if my channel did not get deleted in that case. Let's see. Wilson, who left from Nebraska? What do you mean? What do you mean? Wilson, is there a chance we get Dante Daldell back? Do you want him? Yeah, I'd say there's a chance. I'd say there's definitely a chance, but I wouldn't say it's super, super likely. I mean, he just entered the portal. I'd be interested in Dante returning, but at this point, man, he's a lifer. He's a portal lifer. He's always in the portal. He's always in the portal. But I was interested when I saw that. I was definitely interested. Can you give a shout out to my son Jacob? Absolutely, man. Shout out Jacob. Signing with the University of South Dakota. Great school, man. Great school. That's awesome. Waiting on this Michigan game to end. We still have 3 minutes left in this Michigan game before it'll be on YouTube TV. I mean, quite literally the longest basketball game of all time. What are we doing here, Michigan? You're winning by 30 points. Dribble it out. I mean, it's pathetic. It's disgraceful, man. It's disgraceful. It's disgraceful. Still timeout for Nebraska. I'm waiting to see if there's any portal news that drops while we're here. There's been a lot of portal news over these past 2 hours. We'll talk about tomorrow morning a lot, but we'll talk about it as well. Talk about it as well tonight. Yeah, people are raging that this Michigan game's not ending. There's people are raging on social media. And again, if you're watching this Michigan game, it's foul after foul after foul after foul after foul after foul. Again, they're up 30 points, for crying out loud. All right, back to Nebraska ball. And the reason why we're watching the Michigan game is because once that's over, Nebraska's on national television. But for whatever reason, got a couple Michigan State fans in here. I don't know Michigan State. I think Nebraska going to take it today. I think we're going to take it. Haarberg got that top of key over to Mass. Drives inside. Trying to put up a layup. No good off the front part of the rim. Bouncing around. Michigan State with the board. Sparta will take it the other way. 3-3 just coming out of the timeouts. Scott has it now, directing traffic. Throws it out of bounds. Nebraska will take over. Nebraska will take over. Jamarcus Lawrence now taking across the timeline for the Huskers. It's J-Law, Mast, Haarberg, Price and Burke in the ball game been that same way all game long. Nice little cut over to Sanford. Got it in for 2. 5-3 Cornhusker. Spartans the other way. Put up a 3 ball at the top of the key. Got it. Got it. Spartans with the first lead of the game. J-Lock going quick on the other end. Over to Sanford on the wing. Back over to Mass at the top of the key. Directing traffic. Fakes it over to Hoiberg. Still at the top of the key. Nice little backdoor cut to J-Lock. Got it. 7-6 Nebraska. Somebody says Wilson's a minute behind. I'm a minute behind because I'm on this janky live stream. Once it goes to national television, I'll be the exact same pace as you guys are. Whenever that is. Whenever this Michigan game is over with. So don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Have we signed Caleb Hawkins yet? We have not. I don't think we're going to land him. Don't think we're going to land him. Nebraska up 7-6 over Michigan State. Mass back over to Jalyn at the top of the key. A lot of movement off ball. Tough pass over to Sanford. Back over to Mast. Trying to drive inside. Good defense by the Spartans. Pokes the ball for it. It's taken away by Michigan State. They're trying to go the other direction. Now in the post, double teaming. Dude, that's Cooper. I'm trying to memorize these names for Michigan State here on the fly. And there's a foul on the floor. There'll be a Shen foul. Michigan State will go to the free throw line for 2. Lyric Sloan says, what channel will be on after the Michigan game? It'll be on NBC Sports Network is where it'll be on. So if you have YouTube TV, that's where it'll be. How long has Fred been here? Fred has been here for 7 years, I'd say. 7, 8 years. He's been here for a while, man. For a while. Been here for a while. Just to clarify, it's like 95%. It's 95% likely we're going to get Notre Dame's backup quarterback. It's about 100% likely. It's pretty much over. We're gonna get him. We're gonna get him. About 95%. Michigan State goes 1 for 2 with the free throws. It's now 7-7. Not 6-7, 7-7. We still have 2 minutes left here in the Michigan game. Once again, that will not end. Just a complete crap show over there in Ann Arbor. Pretty typical for that university and those fans. J-Law back on the other side. Gives over a Mast 3 ball from the wing. Got it. Rink Mast. 10-8 Huskers. Michigan State the other way now. And out of bounds. Bad pass. Nebraska will take over. Troy, thank you for the super chat. He says, Wilson, who you got to win the Natty? I got Indiana. I had Indiana going into it. Honestly, to me, the winner of Indiana-Oregon's going to win it. Because, I mean, Miami's not worthy to win a national title this year. Ole Miss, I mean, they're a team of destiny right now. It's still. Oh, but you might be talking basketball. Are you talking about basketball? Are you talking basketball or are you talking football? That was me talking football. Basketball, man, I got no idea, man. We're still in early January. But Michigan looks pretty good right now. I'll say that. Even though their game won't end. 10-8 Nebraska, Michigan State with on their side of the floor. Mid-range from the post. Got it. Rolls in. 10-10 in this ball game. Kohler there with the buckets. Hoiberg going the other way. J-Law driving inside. Has trouble with it now. Kicks it out. 3 ball on the way. No good. That was Cale Jacobson getting his first minutes here in the ball game for Nebraska. Michigan State on the other end, 10-10 here in an electric first half. Low-scoring affair, but that's what you expect from Big Ten basketball. Almost taken away by Nebraska. Michigan State with the alley-oop. Got it. Great find. Great find over to Keon Carr. Michigan State retakes the lead 12-10. Jamarcus Lawrence has not stepped out of this ball game just yet. He has it here at the top of the key. Back over to Hoiberg. Now to Mast on the wing. Trying to roll inside, double team by Michigan State. Now finds Haarberg wide open inside. That's blocked by Michigan State. Keon Carr once again. And there will be a stoppage on the floor. What will it be? Not a shooting foul by any means. It'll stay with Michigan State. Still a minute 30 left in this Michigan game. Quite literally the worst basketball game in the history of basketball, I'd say. That game will not end. It's pretty horrific is what it is. Oh, Nebraska just lost a transfer, everybody. Nebraska just lost a transfer. Shoot. I got to talk about that tomorrow. We'll talk about it a little bit on the live stream. Mm-hmm. 12 minutes here in the first half. Michigan State with the 2-point lead. They have it on their side of the floor. They kick it out to the corner. 3-pointer on the way. That's no good. Rebound is up, and that's got by Jacobson. Tries to hit it off of Michigan State leg, and he does so. It's out of bounds. It'll be Nebraska basketball. They'll take over. The Michigan game still going off with 1 minute left. Free throws. I mean, it has been the worst display of hoops we've ever seen. And now there will be a timeout on the floor for Nebraska. Completely disgraceful what's going over there in Ann Arbor. I mean, worthy of being kicked out of the Big Ten. Yeah, the person who we lost is Braylon Prude. Yep. Yeah, we lost Braylon Prude to the portal, who is not a loss by any means. Not a loss. I mean, he's not a loss. He's not really any good. That was such a garbage take out of high school too, because he like barely ever played football. He wasn't really good to begin with, but we took him because he was high upside, because he's super fast. Like, Matt Rhule's recruiting when he got here was really suspect, particularly Evan Cooper. Like, thank goodness Evan Cooper's not employed anymore. Thank goodness. And he was doing some shenanigans behind the scenes. He was a troublemaker. I'll put it at that, man. I'll put it at that. He was a troublemaker. Timeout on the floor, Nebraska versus Michigan State. Spartans are up 12-10. This Michigan game's almost over. Hallelujah. 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 It's almost over. Wilson, why is the Michigan game so bad? What's happening? It's just Michigan is on TV above us. So once the Michigan game is over, we'll be on TV. But I'm waiting for this game to be over. It's been going on for so long. They're still foul. There's 10 seconds left, and then they're fouling for no reason. So right now, my stream's a little bit behind because I'm watching a janky live stream on my laptop rather than on my TV over here, which is where I actually want to watch it. Michigan State's fouling. Or excuse me, Michigan's fouling up 26 points with 10 seconds left. It's completely horrific. Why is Dana immune from getting Butler treatment? Pride, because Dana's one of Matt Rhule's best friends. So I mean, that's kind of just the way it is. Will there ever be contracts to limit transfers? There are contracts right now. There are already contracts. Most contracts are on a 1-year basis, but some contracts are on 2 years, 3 years. So yeah, there are already contracts. Contracts have been a part of the sport for a while. I can't lie, dude. I don't know if Lateef's got it for another couple seasons. Lateef will be fine. He'll be fine. It's an overreaction after one game. All right, we're back here. Nebraska down 2. The Michigan game's over, so that'll be on national television here very quickly. Jalyn here at the top of the key still hasn't stepped out for the Huskers. Over to Burke, scoreless. Faking to Jared Garcia. Back over to Jalyn. Double teamed. Kicked out to the corner. That's Garcia. Pump fake. Driving inside along the baseline. Puts up a tough layup. No good. Rebound, Michigan State. That's Tang taking another way. Now gives it over to Fears. Fears, the best player on the Michigan State team, directing traffic. Now back out of the corner. Over to Tang. Now back to the top of the key. That's Cooper. And now Fears will reset. 10 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Fears just directing traffic, doing nothing. 5 seconds. He has to do something with it. Fears. He sets a screen, kicks out to wing. Very tough three. That's way off. Air ball. And that'll be a shot clock violation. And now we kick it over to national TV. I don't have to watch this live stream anymore. Thank goodness. We are on national TV now, finally. Okay. So we're going to speed up here. We jump about 30 seconds ahead. Burke now in the post. Working. Puts up a tough layup. No good. Rebound by Michigan State. Will take it the other way. Okay, I'm not going to watch on my TV over here because that's actually impossible to see what's going on. It's too far away. All right, we'll just watch on my laptop right here. Okay. Over to the wing, now out to the corner for Michigan State. That's Carr. Double team. Now kicks it over to Fears. Pump fake. Puts up a mid-range. Got it. Got it for Michigan State, 14-10. Nebraska on the other end. Frager, 3-ball. No good. Huskers are ice cold. Not an ideal start for Nebraska. Not an ideal start by any means. Michigan State with the turnover. Huskers will take it the other way. We need something. Burke. Over to J-Lob. Backdoor cut. Pump fake. Tough layup. Rattles around and one. Jamarcus Lawrence. Huge bucket for the Big Red. TJ is young. I blame the coaching staff. I mean, TJ was fine. People are just overreacting, man. People are overreacting after the bowl game. Like, the bowl game wasn't phenomenal, but again, like, what did you expect him to do out there? I mean, I expected him to play a little bit better, no question about it. But I think some people had like these unbelievable expectations for him to be a top 20 quarterback. It's like, of course he's going to struggle just a little bit. And again, I'm trying to tell y'all, the TJ that we just saw, you'll never see ever again. Like, he's going to be so much better next year. So, and again, there is still a very, very high likelihood that TJ's our starter. Okay, just because Minchie's committed doesn't mean Minchie gonna start. 14-13 Michigan State. Spartans have it here on the left side of the court. Good ball movement as always. That's a statement of Izzo's team. Trying to get it over to the corner. It's tipped. It'll remain with the Spartans with 9 seconds here on the shot clock. Wilson, how are the players? How are you liking the players we have scheduled for a visit? Yeah, we'll talk. That'll be the subject of tomorrow's show. Early on, that'll be my 9 o'clock video. But yeah, I get Chambliss is probably my favorite for sure. I like Chambliss. There are some reaches on there that aren't as favorable. I just say that. Some reaches. 14-13 here in Nebraska. Trailing. It's been that way for a couple minutes now. Mass backing down his defender. Little shimmy shake. Doesn't put it up. Tough pass. Honestly, a lazy pass taken away by Michigan State now. Fears go the other end. Now over the corner. Wide open. 3-ball on the way. No good. Too much. Too much mustard. Rebounded by Burke. Huskers going slow. Not in any rush. Going to keep it competitive. Both teams really having trouble shooting from the arc. And there's a foul off the ball. That'll be on Michigan State. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm washed as a play-by-play commentator. I used to do a lot of play-by-play commentary in high school. I'm washed. It's been a minute, man. It's been a minute. I'm better for football. I actually won. I didn't win any awards from my football broadcasting. I won actually a lot of awards from basketball broadcasting, but I haven't done it in like 2 years. And I did not prepare for this game at all. I didn't prepare. I didn't look over my stat sheet here at Michigan State. Mass 3-ball on the way. Got it. Mass has been electric. 2 3-balls here in the first half of the big man. Huskers retake the lead 16-14. Crowd is on their feet here in PBA in the biggest game in Nebraska basketball history, particularly at home. Trying to knock off a top 10 team to get themselves in the top 10 themselves. Oh my goodness, repeated themselves. Michigan State going deep in the bench. They've already had 10 players check in this ballgame. Nebraska really only had 7. Michigan State having trouble. They have 2 seconds of that shot clock. Need to put something up. Tough mid-range on the way off the glass. Got it to go. We're all tied up at 16. Haarberg double teamed over to Mass. Pump fake at the 3-point line. Is he going to take it? Yes, he will. On the way. No. Rebound Spartans. Oh, and they have trouble with the basic rebound. Goes out of bounds. And Nebraska will retain it after the timeout. Wow, that was, I don't know what happened there. I think it just hit his shoe or something. I mean, he was easiest rebound of his life. So Nebraska will have the basketball when we come back with 7 minutes 30 here in the first half. Mass been electric so far for the Big Red. Top tight end from LSU at the basketball game tonight. No, he's coming to the one against Illinois in like a month. Yeah, I don't unless he came here last second that I didn't know about. But I don't think he's there. I don't think he's there. Are those alternate uniforms? No, I think those are the normal home uniforms. I moved Nebraska back to the Big 12 on my NC26 save, and things are looking pretty good over there. That's funny, man. That's funny. What are the priorities in Nebraska in the transfer portal? Everything, man. It's clear the offensive line's a huge priority. We have a lot of offensive linemen coming in this weekend. So offensive line's a priority. Again, we're targeting every position. I truly, the only position I've heard really nothing about is tight end, which is, in my opinion, a huge issue. We desperately need a tight end, but again, we're going after everything, man. Everything. And by the way, some rumors that Nebraska's picked up their defensive line coach. That's all I'll say. There's some rumors that we already got our defensive line coach, and I know his name, but I don't know. And spoiler, we've talked about him too. So I'll wait till that's announced. But I'm expecting a defensive line. I'm probably expecting, honestly, Monday. I'm expecting probably Monday for that hire to happen. So just watch out for that. Did Odom commit? What do you mean Odom? Who's Odom? Danny Odom? Yeah, he's been committed, my man. Odom? Who Odom? Who Odom? Yeah, we'll get at least 2 offensive linemen, 2 defensive linemen for sure. I think we'll get around 4, honestly, for both. Is Richard Torres coming to Nebraska? No, he's not coming back. I think Kenny will provide TJ with a new perspective. It's been over 21 years since the move away from Nebraska. Fred is building a better team than Matt is. Yeah, I mean, again, we're still on wait and see mode for Nebraska basketball. You know, it's been 7 years, but some people compare Matt Rule to Haarberg, and they're like, well, let's just give Matt Rule time. Well, like, they're apples to oranges situations. We shouldn't even compare the two. All right, we're back here in Lincoln. Of course, it is 16-16, the biggest game in Nebraska basketball history. Huskers have it after a failed inbound by Michigan State. Mass with it. He's been electric so far. Over to the corner. That's Haarberg trying to drive inside. Back to Mass. 3-point on the way from the wing. Splash! Splash! Bang-a-ring! Reek Mast. He's been the man so far for Nebraska. Crowd once again on their feet. It's going to be no sit Friday over here. We need an acronym. We need a alliteration for that. Because no sit Sunday worked. Michigan State the 3-ball on the way. They get it off the glass. Wow. That was luck. 19-19. Mass with it. Once again, he's the point guard of this offense. Now working inside. Backing out his man. He's double teamed. Michigan State making adjustments. Tough pass over to Haarberg. Really, really lazy. Haarberg finally comes up with it in the backcourt. Now it's a 3-on-1 for Nebraska. Wide open 3-ball from Frager. Got it. Braden Frager. Woo! Little update here on the Holiday Bowl over there in San Diego. The SMU Mustangs are up 24-0 on Arizona. Michigan State with it here on the other side of the court. Wide open three ball at the top of the key. Laps on defense from Nebraska, and it goes in 22-22. That's a huge mistake. Now these teams are starting to make some shots. They're starting to make some shots. Under 6 minutes left to go here in the first half. It's been electric so far. Frager, another three ball in the way. Just too much. Rebound mass. Second chance here for Nebraska. They'll reset. Frager working inside. Tough layup on the way. No good. Off the glass. Rebound now by Fears. Fears for Michigan State. Hasn't really gotten going yet. He's their best player. Back over to Fears. Now they give it to the top of the key. That's Cooper. Now Carr has it. Back over to Cooper. To Carr. To Fears. Now to the wing. Three-pointer on the way. That's blocked. Blocked by Burke. Rebounded by Frager. Now Hoiberg has it on the wing. Huskers will reset. They're going slow. Burke now. Trying to drive inside. Tough layup on the way. Got it to go. Or no, they'll call a foul on the floor beforehand. So still 22-22. That score will not count. Inbound Huskers. J-Law over to Mast. Pump fake. Double teamed once again. Has to reset. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Frager over to Mast. Tough three on the way. Got it. Man, is Mast good or what? Huskers up 25-22. Less than 5 minutes left to go here in the first half. Fears being trapped. Back over to him. Top of the key. Cooper trying to set a screen for him. Garcia on defense. Done a really good job for Nebraska this year. Now they give it over to Carr. Three-pointer on the way for him. No good, too much. Rebounded by Garcia. Huskers will take it the other way. The crowd is loud over there in Pinnacle Break Arena. That's the place to be right now in Nebraska. Mass, three ball on the way. Bang-a-rang again. Rink Mass cannot miss for the Big Red. Timeout's called Michigan State. My goodness. Is this big man special or what? Not only the best player on Nebraska basketball's team, but one of the best big men in the country. He's proven it once again today in the biggest stage. Biggest stage. Huskers up 28-22. Timeout on the floor. Woo! Having some fun. Having some fun. Oh, I want to check the score of the other football game going on right now. Wake Forest up. I picked Wake Forest. Huge. Did you have good holidays? I did, my man. I did. It was a good holidays. I got 10 more days of break, so I'm excited about it. I'm gonna be making YouTube videos. It's kind of what it is. 2 videos a day. Did Trey Taylor get recruited by Coach Rule? Just Matt? Oh, good question, bro. Good question. Probably Matt, to be honest with you. Probably Matt. When can we expect an official Kenny commitment? I thought it was going to be tomorrow. That's what I heard initially, is that it was going to be on Saturday. But now apparently Kenny Minchie is visiting on Wednesday for some reason. I don't know why. It's very odd that he's visiting on Wednesday. So it's like, okay, I guess Wednesday is going to be when it's official, but it's already official. Like it's 100% really. It's pretty much 100%. But yeah, I don't, just like you, I don't know why they're waiting, you know. Doesn't really make any sense. This guy says talk basketball. Bro, it's the break, man. It's the break. It's the break, my man. We'll talk basketball. We're still in the first half. First half. How did your first semester GPA finish up? Come on, you know me, 4.0. Come on. I got 4.0 every single semester of high school or high school, high school too, but college. Yep, 4.0. Twice game on Peacock because the Big Ten's greedy. Wilson, do you like the D-line hire? It's okay. It's okay. Again, we'll see if it's official. I just heard kind of a couple rumors. We'll see. Mekhi Nelson looks solid. Just me, guys. What are y'all thinking? Again, yeah, I really liked Mekhi Nelson, but again, we got to see more of him, right? We literally saw him for one drive. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go ahead and say he's the next coming to Barry Sanders after one drive. You know, we got to see more of it. And it's just the unfortunate thing. I wish we could have saw more. All right, getting back to the game here, folks. 4 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in the first half. Nebraska's up 6 points. Once again, the stakes of this ball game are as such. If Nebraska wins against Michigan State, not only the biggest win in program history, but it would propel Nebraska to be a top 10 team in the country in just 2 days through the AP poll. And Nebraska basketball will officially be crowned a basketball school. We'll officially be a basketball school. Let me know if you enjoy like live streams just like this. Like we've only done watch parties. This is my second one ever. We did one for Houston Christian, which is kind of that was impromptu. I just kind of thought I'd do it. And this one for basketball. So if you guys like more of this stuff, we'll do it. I think it's fun. Like I'm watching these games anyway, so might as well just go on live and watch them with you. You know what I mean? You know? All right, back here. Michigan State on their end, once again down 6 points. Tang back over to Fears. Fears is still scoreless in this one. Now over to Carr on the wing, driving inside. Hop step, no good. Rebound Mass. Oh, yep. It'll be out of bounds. Last touch on Michigan State. Looked honestly like Mass touch at last, but okay. Okay. Yeah, that's a tough. That was tough. That could have went either way. Nebraska ball on the other end. Mass 3 ball on the way. Come on. No, just a little bit too not enough. He's a little too hot right now. Might need to hold him back. 3 ball on the way now for Michigan State. Got it. Slaps on defense. Kohler with the 3 ball. Yeah, they got to watch out for Kohler right now. He's 3 for 3 from range. Big man. That's the thing about Michigan State. Everybody on that team can shoot. Kind of similar to Nebraska, though. Frager now. Been a bright point this season. Back to Mast. Mast in the post. Now to Hoiberg. Hoiberg trying to roll inside. Good defense by Michigan State. Tough 3 ball by Lawrence. Wow. Heat check. I mean, he was about 5 feet past the line. Still got to go. Huskers back up to 6. Michigan State now on the wing. Tough over, back to the corner, back to the wing, over now to Kohler, now back to the corner. Good movement, 3 ball on the way. Got it. Michigan State, I mean, it was a slow start for both these teams. Now, once again, Huskers only up by 3. Tough pass over to Mast. It'll be taken away by Michigan State now on the floor. Oh, man down for the Spartans. Looks like that's Kohler. Looks like he'll be fine. Might have been just hit a certain way. Yeah, I think he might have been. The jewels might have got involved there, if you know what I mean. I think he'll be okay. Walking off. I assume Trey will be at the Illinois game too. Yeah, he probably will be. He probably will. Trey like lives in Lincoln. He's always here, my man. He's always here. He's always here. Let's do a USD basketball watch party. Hey, man, if they play Nebraska, maybe. They might, honestly. We've played them in the past. Michigan State 3 ball on the way. That's Kohler, who's just down. He got it. Kohler's unconscious. He's 4 for 4 from 3-point land. We have got to guard up on him. Nebraska's had some lapses on defense. All tied up now at 31. 2 minutes left to go here in the first half. Crowd is still on their feet. Been that way all ball game long. Hoiberg has had a tough go over to Mass. Really been the only form of offense. Now to Lawrence. Just hit a heat check 3. Directing traffic. Tough pass once again taken away by Michigan State. Nebraska is getting sloppy. Spartans going quick the other end. Fierce. Tough layup. He will be fouled. And he will go to the charity stripe for 2. Whew. Getting back in my element here, man. What is my major? It's accounting finance, my man. Double major. First free throw on the way for Fears. Got it. Michigan State retakes the lead. Nebraska again. Been a tough couple minutes. Been just sloppy all over. Missed assignments on defense. Tough passes on offense. Michigan State's been taking advantage. I mean, that's when you're going up against an Izzo coach team. That's exactly what happens. That's exactly what happens. You need to bring your A game. Once again, biggest game in Nebraska basketball history. It's a sellout crowd in PBA. Second free throw up for Fears, and it is good. 33-31, Michigan State retakes the lead. Nebraska basketball needs an answer here with 2 minutes left to go in the first half. Screen set for Jamarcus Lawrence. He drives inside. Nice little hop step, and it's blocked, but there will be a foul on the floor. Or excuse me, there might be a foul on the shot. I believe Jamarcus Lawrence go to the line for 2. We'll see when they called that. Yep, looks like Jamarcus Lawrence go to the line. Huge. Dude, why did Jamarcus Lawrence ever transfer out? That was so surprising when he left because he went to what was it, Maine? Was it Maine? Where did he left? Or it was Rhode Island is where he went. And he was okay at Rhode Island. He wasn't a star, and then he came back here and he's been dominant, man. First free throw on the way, good for Jalyn. Second one, got it. 33-33. Whoo! Fears on the other end. He's rarely gotten out of this ball game. Been in all of the first half for Michigan State. Now over to the corner. Back over to Fears. Trying to get the ball to Kohler. He's been unconscious here these past couple minutes. 10 seconds left to go. Shot clock. Fears driving inside. Good defense by Haarberg. Now kicks it over to the wing. They're trying to find something. Got nothing. Now they give it to Kohler. Bad pass. It's on the ground. Taken away by Nebraska. Haarberg's taking it the other way. Mast. At the three-point line. Throws over to Burke. Trying to steal it away. Puts up a tough layup. No good. No good. And there'll be a foul on the floor. That'll be called on Nebraska. Yep, that's on Frager. So now both teams here in the bonus with 1 minute left to go. Probably won't have any implications. Michigan State with it now. Gives it over to Fears. Rarely got involved here scoring, but Fears has been directing this offense. Now to Carr back over top of the key. Michigan State, really good defense by Nebraska, swarming to the basketball. 5 seconds go on the shot clock. Fears needs to put something up. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, tough 3-ball, step back, no good, air ball, and there'll be a shot clock violation for the Spartans. Heck of a job by Nebraska on the defensive side. We have 32 seconds here in the first half. We'll see if Nebraska takes a timeout. They will. They will take a timeout. Heck of a first half. Competitive, everything that we expected. Everything that we expected. And then some. Everything we expected, and then some. Any idea how much these players are getting paid? Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Sanford, I think Sanford got like 400, 500. Which, I mean, I think it was about 400. Mass probably getting around there. It's nothing ridiculous. Nothing ridiculous. Probably David Losey. It's not David Losey. I liked it better we're up 6. I did too. Where's DR going to play next season? It's probably still going to be Oregon. I bet it's going to be Oregon. All right, here we go. Nebraska with it. There is a 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Everybody on their feet here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. 25 seconds. Hoiberg just with it on the logo. They're going to wait and turn this clock down and get one last shot. Once again, 33-33 first half. Hoiberg with it on the Lincoln Star in the logo. Now 10 seconds. Movement's happening. Try and drive inside. Over to Mass. Tough 3 ball on the way from the corner. Bad shot. No good. Trying to fight for the rebound. It's tipped. It's out of bounds. And it will be off on Nebraska. Really bad shot there by Mass. I mean, he not only was that early in the shot clock, but just not a high percentage look. And now Michigan State will have 4 seconds to try to make something happen. So not ideal. Not ideal. Michigan State with the inbound over to Fears. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Driving inside. Tough layup. Gets it off in time. No good. No good. That will be halftime. That will be halftime. 33-33. Guys, do not share links in chat because YouTube does not like that. Do not. I think it won't even send. I don't think you can send links in chat. Don't. So for your YouTube count, don't do that. Especially if it's a sketchy website, they'll like get that out of there. How does Brennan Black deal holding up? We'll talk about tomorrow. Again, it'll be a tough one to land, I'll say. It'll be a tough one to land. Yep, halftime in this one. What is the game on? The game's on Peacock, my man. It's on Peacock. Do you still think Dylan's going to the Ducks? I do. Everything I've heard has been Oregon. And again, if it's not Oregon, who is Oregon going to land? Because Oregon doesn't have a quarterback next year. Okay, Austin Novosad just entered the portal. Again, Dante Moore is going to be a top 5 pick. Of course, he's going to go to the draft. And that really no other Oregon, quarterback Oregon wants. Like Sam Leavitt is going to Kentucky apparently, right? Sworsby is going to Texas Tech, maybe LSU at this point. So it's like, it's going to be Raiola for Oregon. I don't know why it hasn't been announced yet, but like there's been really no smoke with Dylan for a while. Who's filling the power and speed back spots? We'll see, man. We'll see. We haven't seen any running backs visit yet. I mean, there's been some rumors about Mekhi Frazier. We'll see if he shows up. I don't know. But there's a lot of options. Again, I would like Rulik Brown, who we talked about today. I love Rulik Brown at the speed spot. Would love him. Again, I would love Trey Jones out of Old Dominion. I think he's a dude. I'd like Trey Weisner too, but Trey Weisner's going to cost some money. He's going to cost some money. So it'll be tough, but I would love Trey Jones is my portal crush. Like if I could get somebody who I think is incredibly underrated, incredibly cheap, really phenomenal upside, I believe he has 2 years eligibility remaining. Give me Trey Jones out of Old Dominion, 100%. I just don't think we're going to land Caleb Hawkins. That's going to be too big of a name. Even like Trey Weisner, I'm like, that would be a really good addition by Nebraska, but again, I just don't know if that's really a likelihood. To be honest. You go on basketball games and you can see, I don't know what you're talking about. Really wish we went out and got a young offensive coordinator. Me too, but again, we'd have to pay a buyout for our OC. It's just at some point you just got to work with the guys you have, at some point. Thought Oregon switched gears at quarterback. Again, yeah, there were some rumors Oregon was going after other quarterbacks, but then it turns out Leavitt's going over to Kentucky, so it's like I just don't even know who they're going to land, So I think it's going to be it's still got to be Raiola. It has to be. What's your way too early win prediction? Well, that'll be a video in like a couple weeks. Again, I can't give you an educated guess because again, we have no idea what the team's going to look like. We know Kenny Minchey, I guess, at this point, but again, we don't really know too much else. So we got to know what this team's going to look like first. But to the people who are like posting their predictions, it's like, well, we don't know who our starting running back going to be. We don't know what our defensive line going to look like. We don't know where our offensive line is going to look like. So how can we even make a real opinion there? Kentucky's a downgrade. Yeah, Kentucky is a downgrade for Leavitt. I don't know why he's doing that. Probably money, and again, well, Will Stein's going over there, so there's some validity to it, I guess. Doesn't DR have to go to Adidas school? No, he doesn't. Yeah, I think you could still be an Adidas athlete and go and play for Nike school, but again, that is kind of weird. It is kind of weird. Rule asked for more money and got it. Yeah. He has no excuse if I can sit through another season of mediocrity. Man, I mean, what's different, man? We've seen that for a million years, though. That's my thing. People are like, "Well, I'm giving up on Nebraska football." Like, really? This is when you're giving up after a bowl game loss? Like, why didn't you give up when we had Mike Riley or Scott Frost? Like, really? This is when everybody's giving up now? I don't even know about that. Byfield, my man, good to hear from you. Thank you for the super chat. He says, "I guarantee if we went to weekly drug testing, rule wouldn't pass." I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't think drug testing. I don't know. Maybe alcohol. I don't know. Is Rule a drinker? I don't think Rule's abuses alcohol, but I'm sure he enjoys some alcohol every now and then. But I don't think Rule's doing drugs. That's kind of funny though. Appreciate you, Bye. Feel good to hear from him, man. We talk about the D-line coaching rumors tomorrow. I got to figure out if they're valid or not. I think they are pretty valid, but I just got to do some more assurance here to make sure everything's in line. So probably though. Is Nebraska interested in Teron Dickens? No. Does Dylan have a no contact tag? No. Yeah, I like Mekhi Frazier a lot. I think that'd be a really good addition for Nebraska. I'm really high on him. And again, he ran for 500 with a garbage offensive line at Michigan State. You know what I mean? Garbage offense in general. He's really good. He got 2 years left too. He fits the Big Ten, fits everything. Do you think Dowdle's a possibility? We'll see. We'll see. Maybe. But he's at this point, it's like, why is he entering the portal so much? I mean, that's the 4th time in 4 years. Like, really? You know? Dowdle left on bad terms. He didn't. That's not true. That's not true. Any smoke on Mateen Igbro? No. I don't think we'll land him. How was Levin going to Kentucky? Yeah, I think Kentucky's NIL got boosted. That's why I heard they got more NIL. And again, Will Stein's a really good coach. He was the offensive coordinator at Oregon. So that's why I heard though, is that their NIL got upped. Right now, 5 wins. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. We'll see. I wanted to root for Dylan, but after the way he's handled it all, is it bad that I kind of want to see him stay at mediocre or less? To each their own, Ross. To each their own. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't mind any. To me, it's like whatever happens, happens. You know, my rooting interests don't matter. Whatever happens, happens. So, I think I don't know how I want to think I'm rooting for Dylan, but I feel like if Dylan actually plays well, I'm gonna be pretty pissed about it. To be honest with you. To be honest with you. So I in principle wish Jalen the best, but yeah, I was frustrated with how his family handled the whole situation. No question about it. I thought it was pretty classless, and there was a lot there. Not like and I think a lot of people don't understand how bad it was. Not only from a Dylan standpoint, but from Dominic, but from again, I told you guys a lot, and I didn't even tell you guys all of it. Like there was a lot that I can't even tell you guys because it's not all of it's confirmed. There is some stuff that's confirmed that I just don't even want to say because it's some pretty bad info, and I just don't even want it to go out there. But like, there's some stuff around Taylor Raiola, who is the sister. There's some stuff around Dayton Raiola. It's absolutely ridiculous, and it's like, I hope y'all know. Like, I try to tell you everything, but I can't. There's some stuff I just can't say. Like, I can't say because I understand my platform, and I'm not trying to air some things out to 10,000 people or 20,000 people at times. How they go mega viral, because I know how it is. But there's some crazy stuff that's accumulated over these past 2 years. It's just crazy, man. Not only with Dalen, but with every like there's some skeletons in there's some skeletons in rules closet in a way, you know. So rules antics at the end of the bowl game were suspicious. Maybe some gambling involved. Yeah, yeah. The crime. Ceiling 8-5. I think the ceiling's 10 wins next year, to be honest. And I say that being dead serious. I think the ceiling's 10 wins. I think the ceiling is probably 9-3 plus a bowl win. But again, that's the ceiling. Is that going to happen? No, but that's the ceiling. Just switched over. Are you watching this crazy good basketball game? Ross, come on. Ross, look at the bottom of the screen. Look at the title of the stream. Oh, yes, this is we are watching the basketball game. That's the whole purpose of the stream, my guy. It's halftime. Are we watching the basketball game? I don't know. What'd you click on? What'd you click? You tell me. You tell me, my guy. You tell me. You tell me. I love you, Ross. You tell me. What about Michigan State receiver Nick Marsh? Yeah, it looks like I heard Indiana for Nick Marsh. Unfortunately, today I heard Nick Marsh. Where Nebraska had an offer on the table for Nick Marsh. We offered him. We contacted him pretty early on. We were tampering with him from November on, but when it comes to guys like him, he wants to win, you know. And for right now, it looks like Indiana. He's visiting Notre Dame. He's visiting one other school, but it looks like it will be the Hoosiers. It's Nebraska basketball school now. I mean, we'll see if we can win this game, man. If we win this game, maybe. If we win this game, maybe. But I don't want to talk a fool and have them go out there and lose it. You know what I mean? I can't say just yet. I can't say just yet. Bottom of the screen is cut off, my guy. Oh, shoot. My bad. Thank you for telling me that. Appreciate that. I was scrolling. That's what I was doing. I was scrolling. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Thank you. See, this guy's a real one. He told me that was cut off. All those other people were like, no, Wilson, you can keep it like that, making me look like a fool. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. Thank you for that, though. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. I have some oceanfront property in Arkansas to sell you. I got some oceanfront over here in Nebraska to sell you. Shoot, I gotta reset my chat here real quick. There we go. Feel Owen Chambliss is a must. Yeah, he's a stud, bro. And I still think it'll be Nebraska. Now, apparently, some more schools are getting involved there, but it'll be Nebraska. It'll be Nebraska for him. I want to see Indiana Ole Miss for the title. I do too. I think that would be ideal. I hate Miami, man. I hate Miami. Hate Mario Cristobal. Yeah, I think that would be the best possible outcome for sure. Would be that, no question about it. What about Ezra Christensen? Yeah, I'm waiting on him. He was supposed to visit, but apparently I don't know what's happening anymore, to be honest. He was texting me the other day. Like he saw my video about him. He was texting me how he's excited about his Nebraska trip, and apparently he's visiting another program this weekend. So I don't know. I might text him tonight. I don't know. I don't really want to get too much in his grill. Like I never want to be those guys who are like texting players all the time. But he texted me first. Like these players text me all the time. I really never text the players. They're the ones who text me. Like I had a player who texted me last night who's on offense. I won't name him obviously, but he said that they know that that the team knows they had a quarterback transfer in place. Now nobody on the team knew who that was. They knew about as much as we did, but they knew that we had a quarterback transfer in place, and that was a done deal. And it was Kenny Minchie, you know what I mean? So your thoughts on Glenn Thomas? Yeah, I'm not a huge fan, not gonna lie. Not a huge fan. Not a huge fan. I mean, it just kind of depends on who you ask. I think he's actually a good recruiter. Like Trey Taylor swears by him, but I mean, what did he do with Dylan? How did Dylan get any better from last year to this year? I don't think he really got too much better at all. So, not a huge on Glenn. Another guy who's one of Matt Rule's good buddies. Miss me yet? Anybody look back in the preseason poll and it was just a bunch of SEC bull crap, rage bait? Wasn't LSU like third at one time, South Carolina? Yeah, you're right. I mean, the preseason polls are always so bad. They always are. That's where the SEC bite originates from, is because they have like 10 SEC teams ranked for no reason and all of them suck. Texas was number one. Like, Texas sucked this year. It's crazy, man. I do believe the pressure from our fan base tends to mess with our quarterbacks' heads. Again, I don't think that's any different from any other fan base. I think that's a misconception. Like, you're right. We have a lot of pressure on these guys, but how is that different from any other program who has a notable fan base? You know what I mean? Like any good program has a good fan base. So again, if these quarterbacks are worth anything, they rise above it. You know what I mean? Because that's what the NFL is going to be like. Mitchell, I appreciate it, my man. Hey, Mitchell, my guy. Second half is about to start here. And again, the biggest basketball game in Nebraska hoops history. All type of 33. Is Minchie a lock? Yeah, he's a lock. Wilson side podcast to discuss the Raiola crime family. Man, I don't know. Maybe. I've been thinking about starting like another podcast, but probably wouldn't be talking Nebraska. Probably just talk like college football or something in general. I don't know. You should do a live stream sometime, just discuss comic questions. We do that every now and then. Always wondered, how do current players or recruits get your number? They DM me. So mostly on Twitter, sometimes on Instagram, but they'll DM me. And then I have very few actual numbers. Like I have a couple, I'll give out my number to like notable people at times if it's easier, but yeah, it's mostly because players will just see my video, they'll DM me, or recruits, mostly families, stuff like that. Or they'll email me, which if they're really old school, they'll email me. All right, we're back here in Pinnacle Bank. Here we go. Second half on the way. Nebraska has it here now on the left side of the court. Michigan State going to the right-hand side. Hopefully my voice survives the second half. Matt's working inside. Real tough post shot. No good. Rebounded by Michigan State. Fears will take it the other way. Fears over to Cooper. Mast on defense. Tough pass inside, taken away by Burke. Huskers trying to get the first points over here in the second half. Tough pass over to Jalyn. Goes to the bounce. It'll be retained by Nebraska. I'll be right back. I got to refill my water. Huskers looking to inbound. Lawrence over to Mast. Mast now the top of the key. 22 seconds here on the shot clock. Both teams looking for the first points here. The second half, all tied at 33. Corner over to Burke. Pump fake. Trying to work his way inside along the baseline. Now Jalyn on the wing. Corner three ball from Haarberg on the way. Air ball. Terrible shot by Haarberg. Rebounded. Second chance now for Nebraska. Burke, three ball on the way. No good as well. Huskers are cold. Per usual, man. Per usual. Should start off halves. Excuse me. Ball's on the floor here. It's going to be a jump ball. Who has the possession arrow? It is Michigan State. $18:30 here in the second half. Both teams tied at 33. I'm trying to get my voice back here, get my voice juiced up here for the second half. Trying to save it. Trying to hydrate. I gotta record some videos tonight too, so I gotta make sure my voice is okay so I can record. All right, Michigan State here has it. 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. They need to put some up. Corner three wide open. Oh my goodness, missed it. Wow. Both teams cold. Rebound Michigan State. Another chance. Tough pass over to Fears, and he'll reset over there for the Spartans. Burke on defense on Fears. Now gives it over to Tang. Back now to Cooper. Cooper, tough post shot. No good. Rouse round, but there will be a shot foul. And Cooper will go to the line for 2. Michigan State trying to get the first bucket here of the second half. Free throw on the way from Cooper. Got it. Got it. Got it. Bangarang. Bangarang. Second one, no good. Lawrence down the other end, over to Burke on the wing. Now to Mast. Now over to Hoiberg. Back to Sanford. Sanford directing traffic. Trying to work his way inside. Good defense by the Spartans. Sanford really hasn't done much all game today. Now working his way inside. Tough layup on the way. Rattles around. Got it. Wow. Good shot there by Sanford. Huskers now up 1 point. Spartans going quick. Tough shot. Will be out of bounds, and they'll call it on Nebraska. Spartans get another chance. Reek Mast visibly upset. Oh no, they're going to call that a foul. Ooh. Hoiberg's really upset now. And that'll be a shot foul even. That's all. They're going to go have 2 free throws. Crowd's angry. Sheesh. Sheesh. Don't want to see that. Trying to see if we got any portal news while I'm live. Ooh, okay. We did get some. We got some portal news. Surprise visitor. We'll talk about that later. Back to this one. Michigan State with it. Fears over to the corner. Now over to Tang on the wing. Tang driving inside. Floater layup. No good. Rink Mass with the rebound over to J-Law. He takes it across the timeline. Going quick. Now to Mast. He'll reset. Hoiberg. Now to the corner. Now to J-Law. 3-pointer on the way. Oof. Ugly. Just ugly. Huskers can't hit the Bryad side of a barn. Still up 1 point, though. I mean, both teams really struggling right now. And that was the same way to start off the first half. Really, the first team that gets it going is going to win this game. Foul on the floor once again from the Huskers. That's not a good sign. Already 3 fouls here in the first 3 minutes. They do not want to get in foul trouble at all, especially when it comes to the bonus. How big is your TV? I got, you don't even want to see my setup right now, bro. I don't got TV in front of me. I got TVs over here, but I got my main laptop. I got my monitor. I got my laptop. I'm watching that game on. I got like 5 monitors in front of me, man. Missed shot by Michigan State. Huskers take it the other way. Sanford. Oh, that's Jacobson. Excuse me. Foul with the shot. He's going to go to the free throw line. Jacobson getting some early minutes here in the second half. So Jacobson will go to the line here for 2. Huskers up 1. It's honestly impressive Nebraska still in this game. I really don't believe we've actually played that well to begin with. Jacobson misses the first free throw. What are we hitting right now from range? Right now from range, Nebraska. Okay, we're only shooting. Oh, we're shooting 40% actually. Okay, never mind. We're 60% from free throws, about 35% overall. Jacobson misses both his free throws. Okay. All right, Jacobson. That's why you don't play normally, but okay. Nebraska still up 1. Fears on the other end now. Spartans going slow. Spartans, they've been going really deep into their bench. Nebraska really been playing the same 6 players all game. Back over to Fears. He'll drive baseline. Tries to kick it out to the other corner. Good defense by Nebraska. They're playing heavy zone. 2 seconds. Tough shot here by Fears. 3-pointer, no good. Rebound. Second chance, Michigan State. Got to go. Got it to go. Man. Spartans retake the lead. There'll be a foul on the floor. That's on Michigan State. And there'll be a timeout. All right. So Nebraska 36, or excuse me, Nebraska 35, Michigan State 36. Low scoring start here to the second half. Quick update here in the Duke Mayo Bowl. Wake Forest 15, Mississippi State 9. What score the other one? SMU. Let me see what SMU's up to. Deep ball shot, Wake Forest. Oh, got him! Got him! Demon Deacons. Okay. I see you. I see you. I see you. He just burned him. I see you. Jake Foley. Okay. I see you. Man. Okay. I was about to turn away from that game too. I was about to change that SMU game right when that happened. Okay. WilsonDittman lover says, are these visits being scheduled pretty much commits for Nebraska? No. Only a couple of them, but no. Most of them are they're just visits. Anyone that wants Frost to come back is crazy. Bro, who said no one said that. There's no way. No one said that. No one said that. What's happening to U of Arizona versus SMU? Any chance Fafita is a fit at Lincoln? Again, we already got our guy, guys. It looks like it's going to be Mekhi. Yeah, it looked like it's going to be Mekhi. It looked like it's going to be Mekhi. Could Dylan's lack of growth be because of work ethic? I don't think that was an issue. I do think he's a hard worker. I'm not gonna degrade him because of that. Wilson, do you follow much of high school basketball? Who's going to win Class A? I honestly don't follow it too much anymore. I'm not gonna lie. I used to when I was in high school, but honestly, I just feel like the talent's gotten worse in a way. Like when I was coming up, there was Checky Hepburn, there was Hunter Salas or Jason Green, and we had some dudes, man. And it feels like nowadays it's like, I couldn't even tell you the best. I could not tell you the best basketball player right now in Nebraska. Who is it? I couldn't tell you. Seriously, I could not tell you. I could not tell you. So I don't know. I don't even know who's that good this year. I mean, probably same old, right? Middle North's good. West Side's good. Central's probably decent. Omaha North might be good. We'll see. All right, back here to Pinnacle Bank Arena. Nebraska with it here. Once again, they're going right to left. Michigan State going left to right. Jacobson trying to get it over to J-Law right under the hoop. Puts up a tough layup. No good, but there'll be a foul on the shot, and J-Law will go to the charity stripe for 2. Nyziah is going to declare for the NFL draft, huh? No, he's not. No, he's come back. He would be stupid. He would be stupid to do that. He would be absolutely stupid to do that. First free throw up and good. Up and good for J-Law. There's no way Nyziah is to go into the draft. Where did you see that? Second one good for J-Law. Huskers have the lead. I got the lead. Michigan State going the other end. Over to Fierce, top of the key, working inside. Tough layup on the way, no good. Oh, a little bit of an alley-oop. 38-37 Spartans once again. They go over Frager. Oh, blocked. Blocked Michigan State. He'll take it the other way. Starting to get out of control for Nebraska. They need some buckets, and they need it quick. Again, really, the first team that finds momentum here in the second half is going to take it. Both teams really had a tough start here. Over the corner, 3 ball on the way for the Spartans. Oh, just missed it. Lucky that didn't go in. And they're going to be a foul on the court by the Spartans. Oh, okay. Deshaun Singleton clear for the draft. I was gonna say, Nyziah's come back. That was pretty much confirmed. He'd be stupid to go to the draft. He'd be stupid. I think Dylan's biggest problem is overall lack of IQ. I don't know if that's it either. I just think his technique was awful. Again, it's the fundamentals. The fundamentals. I mean, he did not push through. I mean, it's just something that's like, how does that even happen, right? 38-37, Nebraska has it. J-Law over to Frager. Pump fakes at the 3-point line. Wants to take it. He doesn't. Now over to Sanford. He puts up a tough 3 ball. Got it. Got it to go. Price Sanford. Huskers lead by 2. Michigan State trying to respond here on the other end. Cooper has it. Now back over to Fears. Back to Cooper. Tip pass. Cooper has it now on the post. Fears. Tough mid-range on the way. There's going to be a foul before the shot. And that will be, looks like on Michigan State, Nebraska ball. I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm hungry, man. After this live, I might got to go get some food. Because I got nothing. I got no food in my house. Nebraska on the other end. Need a bug here. Need to start to increase the Huskers' lead. Get some insurance going. Sanford driving baseline. Has a clear path. Now kicks it over Jacobson. Now they're going to reset. Oh, he should have put that one up. Frigger now has it on the right wing. Now back to Jacobson. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Now they put it up with Sanford. No good. Really tough 3. That was a bad shot selection. Michigan State now trying to take advantage. Give it over tank baseline. There's going to be, he's going to go out of bounds. Whew, just barely tapped out. The Huskers have got to take advantage of this. Got to take advantage of this. Come on. Huskers going slow. Once again, everybody on their feet. Been that way all game long. If you're not on your feet in PBA, you're doing it wrong. Wrong. That's funny. Mass with it. Back over to Frigger. He drives baseline. Kicks it over to Sanford. Excuse me, that Jacobson 3 ball in the way. No good. Man, Jacobson sucked today. Excuse my language, but my goodness, man. There's days where Jacobson's just on. There's days where it's like, man, it's clear you were walk on. You know what I mean? Travel Michigan State will be Nebraska ball. The Michigan State's making more mistakes than we are, and yet we are not taking advantage of it. Like, we should be up by 10 points right now. If that, we should be up by more. Man, it's frustrating. It's frustrating. Mass, come on. He needs to get alive here. Really was the reason Nebraska took a lead in the first half. Lawrence, 3 ball on the way from the wing. Oh, my gosh. Missed it. Oh, rebound Nebraska. Second chance, Frager. He'll reset. Gives it over to Jacobson. Tough layup. Oh, my goodness, but he's fouled on the way up. He'll go to the line for 2. That was a bailout. I don't know. I don't know how he missed that layup. It wasn't that hard of a layup. But at least to go on the line. He needs to make both because last time he was on the line, he missed both of them. He missed them. So you got to make both of them now. Whew. What do you think of this supposed loophole of NBA drafted players come back to college? It's stupid, bro. It's stupid. I don't think it'll happen with football because football is different. Like, if you get drafted in football, you'll play. And basketball, it's a lot more common for somebody to get drafted and then for whatever reason they don't play because they're overseas or something. But first free throw up and good for Jacobson. Second one, missed it. Huskers up 3, 12 minutes left to go on this one. Off to the corner, that's tank for Michigan State, and they'll call another travel on him. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, it's getting sloppy from the Spartans. It's getting real sloppy. It getting real sloppy. Nebraska will take over again. We need something. You got to take advantage of these mistakes because that's not going to happen all game for the Spartans. Rick Mast. Need him to get going specifically. Frager been all over. Sanford, stupid 3-ball air ball. What is he doing? I mean, he took a 3-ball from about 5 yards behind the arc for no reason. Heat check. He took a heat check, something's not hot. Turnover, Nebraska on the other net now. Frager, 1-on-1, hop step, layup. Missed it. Of course he missed it. Dude, I'm getting pessimistic right now, man. These guys can't hit a broadside of a barn right now, for crying out loud. I mean, undisciplined basketball. You're asking yourself, how are we even up 3 points? We can't even. We're Michigan State's making more mistakes than we are, and we can't take advantage of anything. This is not the top 15 game we thought we were getting. I'll just say that because both teams look incompetent. Michigan State now with the double team, there's going to be a foul on the floor. They'll call that before the shot. This is ugly, man. It's like we're winning, and I feel great about, up 10 points against number 9 team in America, but again, it's sloppy. It's sloppy, man. It's sloppy. Credit to our defense, though. Credit to our defense. We're poking those balls, man. We're poking at them. We're poking at them. It's sloppy, though. Timeout on the floor. Huskers up 3. What's the score of the Arizona game? Arizona's down 24-0. Holy crap. Holy cow. Jake's at the game right now. Refs are horrid. Man, you're checking in from the game. That's legendary, bro. That's legendary. That's legendary. He said I'm checking in from the game. That's legendary. Here's my question for basketball. What's to stop a team with the most money from just assembling the Avengers and playing, Durant, Ant, LeBron? Because again, they can't get NBA players, I guess. They can get NBA players who never actually played, but they can't get like real NBA players. That's apparently what it is, which still doesn't make much sense, but they can't get LeBron. You know what I mean? Or do they get Indiana being the only team with a bye to win their game? It's stupid, bro. I mean, the buys themselves aren't bad. It's just the fact that we start the playoffs so late. Like if you get a bye, you don't play for a month. Okay, your last game is likely early December in the conference championship game, and then your next game is January 1st. Whereas it should be you have conference championship week, and the very next weekend it's the first round of the playoffs. That's how it should be every single Saturday. Okay, it should not be we need to play on New Year's and we need to wait 10 days. Like, no, we got to play right after. There should be no stoppage. That makes no sense. Because if you think about it, in a way, even the first round teams still get a bye because again they have literally 20 days till they play. So it's like, again, what does an extra 7 days do? What does 20 versus 27 days do? It doesn't matter, right? The buys are just stupid to begin with. So again, I'm cool with the buys, but in order for the buys to mean something, you have to play the games when they should be played. We should not be having the national championship on January 18th. That's so stupid. It's stupid for the teams involved because they would rather get involved with the transfer portal, get involved with trying to hire coaches, but they got to focus on football. The last game of the year should be, I'd say, around the 5th, around the 8th, right? There should be I think the Rose Bowl should always be January 1st. I'm not going to change that. But again, a week later from that, it should be the national championship. We should not do all the shenanigans, wait until mid-January to play the national championship game. That's just stupid. So there's a lot of issues with everything right now with football. All right, back to it here in Lincoln. About 10 minutes left to go here in the second half. Been a sloppy ball game for both teams. An offensive showdown. Misled by Michigan State. Huskers take the other way. They got to take advantage of it. Hoiberg over to Sanford. Pump fake. 3-ball in the way. Got it. Whew, needed that one. Got that one. Let's go. That'll get the fans back into it. Huskers 10 from 26 from three-point range today. Fears has on the corner. Now kicks over to the wing. Tough shot by Tang. 3-ball on the way. No good. Rebound. Second chance now for Michigan State. Ball's on the floor. Both teams scrambling at. It's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrows with Nebraska. Or did they call a foul? I don't know if they called a foul. They called a jump ball there. Should have been a jump ball. Yep, it'll be a jump ball. So Nebraska has it. Nebraska has it. Hoiberg now on the wing. Huskers up 6 points, 10 minutes remaining. Sanford now drives inside. Contact, and there's going to be a foul. Oh, they're going to call that on. Who they called on? The foul on the floor. I believe they'll call that Nebraska charging. It's a good call. It's the right call. And Sanford, that's his 4th foul. He'll get out of the ball game. Man, that's not good. Sanford's been our life, man, the second half. We won't see him probably with about 5 minutes left to go here in this one. Michigan State desperately needs an answer. Huskers been stout on defense all game long. Tang now with it here in the left corner, working all the way around the three-point land. Now gives it over to Fierce, top of key. He resets. Back over to Carr now on the wing. Now to Cooper. Cooper working on Mast. Now to Fierce. Double teamed here on the left wing, trying to do something. Nebraska takes it away. Again, this defense phenomenal. Huskers fast break, 2-on-1. Hoiberg. Now he'll just kick it out. They're going to reset. Frager, wing, now corner. Garcia, 3-point on the way. That's not his shot. That's not his shot. Anybody but Garcia. Anybody but Garcia. Anybody but Garcia. Michigan State now. Tang, 3-pointer. No good. Rebound, Michigan State. Second chance now for the Spartans. They put up a tough layup. No good. No foul on the floor. Huskers will take it the other direction. Again, this defense has been phenomenal. Michigan State making some self-inflicted errors. Mast, Frager, 3-ball. Bang! Got it. Huskers with their largest lead tonight, up 9 points on Michigan State. And there is a timeout on the court. Or what? Shoot. Nebraska's not happy about something. There was a timeout on the court. Now they're huddling up. We'll see what this is about. They're going to call a technical foul in Nebraska. Okay. It must have been some Frager after the shot. So Frager hit the 3, and he was John. He was John. That is typical Braden Frager. He jaws, bro. He got a potty mouth, and that's been that way since he was a true freshman, bro. Been that way since he was in high school. He got a potty mouth, bro. That's the type of stuff you do not want to see. I mean, come on. You're up 9 points. You just make a dagger 3. Like, come on. And you have to say some bogus. You have to say something bogus to have a tech called on you in that moment. I mean, I don't even want to know what he just said. He probably said something crazy. He probably did say something bogus. Let's be real. I mean, that's just boneheaded, man. Boneheaded. So now after that, both free throws have been good for Michigan State. Huskers only up 7. Swat away from Nebraska. Oh, excuse me. Nebraska almost took it away, but they'll call a foul on the court by Michigan State. Again, that ball is just all over the place. This defense has been phenomenal all day by Nebraska. Huskers will take over 9 minutes 17. Okay, yeah, what happened was Fears basically headbutted Frager. Yeah, that's a little bit of flop. A little bit of flop. A little bit of flop. A little bit of flop, not gonna lie. A little bit of a flop. And they're gonna review that. Yeah, it was a flop. That was a flop. I'll tell you, I'm not a big Frager guy. That's probably my least favorite player on the team. I'm not gonna lie. I just don't. I think he's kind of he's a questionable person off the court. I'll just say that. But I do like him on the court. He's tough. He's tough on the court. He plays like he acts, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Sometimes you need people like him, you know? Sometimes you need people like him. So that is being reviewed right now. Basically, what the call on the floor was that Fears headbutted Braden Frager. This guy just trolling, man. You trolling. Why can't we change it back to 4 team or 8 teams? If they change the playoffs, they'll just make it more, because again, it's all about money. It's not about actually making the sport better. It's about money. That's what it's always been about. ESPN just wants money. I hate to say it, but it's true. Like they did not change the cultural playoffs from 4 to 12 because like that'll make the sport better. They did it because they'd have more money in their pockets. It's a hard truth. It's the same reason they expanded the NCAA tournament to 64 to 68 because they wanted more games. It's the same reason they're trying to expand the tournament again. Even though it's perfect right now, they're trying to expand because, again, they want more money. These companies are greedy. Okay, they don't actually care about the sport in general. They care about making money. It's completely disgraceful. And again, people fell hook, line, and sinker for it. They're like, oh, 12 teams, more meaningful football. That's not actually the case. There's not more meaningful football. It degrades the regular season, and there haven't been too many playoff games that are actually meaningful, you know? Like those first-round playoff games were trash. They were almost unwatchable. It was the same way last year. You know? It's unfortunate. So I think it should be 8. I think it should be 8. But 12 was always too much. I'm of the belief that 12 teams are not good enough to compete for a national championship. I'm of that belief. Even though Miami's made a good run. First free throw up and good for Fears. Second one now on the way. Got it. So 47-42, Michigan State working their way up back from a Nebraska 9-point lead. We got to do something here, man. Haarberg's been stout on defense, hasn't done much on offense. Garcia back in the ballgame here for the Huskers. Haarberg with it now on the right wing, working his way inside. Good defense by Michigan State, goes all the way around. That kicks it over to Jacobson. He's back in for the Huskers. He's had a tough ball game. I'm surprised he's in to begin with. Burke now working his way in the post, backing down his defender. Tough post shot, and it'll go out of bounds, rebounded. He just throws it away. Rebounded now by Michigan State. They're trying to take advantage. Michigan State's gotten hot over these past couple minutes. Tough shot on the way, but there will be a foul before so, and they will go to the line for 2. Yeah, this is not looking good, folks. This is Michigan State starting to cook, starting to look like the Michigan State team we've seen all year. Holy, we have an assistant without a hand. Did you guys just know we have an assistant on our basketball team without a hand? That was interesting. Okay, now Fears once again at the free throw stripe. This is not looking promising. The Huskers have got to find something. Mass has been pretty much non-existent here in the second half. Pretty much has done nothing. First free throw up and good. Second one now, got it. Jamarcus Lawrence back in for the Huskers. We need him, man. We need him in a moment like this. Up 3 points. Still up for the Huskers, but again, these key players, Mass, Jamarcus Lawrence, Burke, need to get involved now more than ever. Jamarcus Lawrence now kicks over to Burke. Fakes the 3 over to Frager. On the way. Got it. 3 ball. Braden Frager. Whew. And he didn't jaw this time. Didn't call tech this time. He learned his lesson. Huskers lead up back up to 6. 3-point on the way now for Michigan State. Got it. Jackson Kohler with the 3 ball. Now we're, again, just like last half, these guys start to get more involved, right? Once they have the urgency. Frager now working inside. He feels it. Now kicks over to Mass. Has a 3-point on the way. Ooh, missed it. Michigan State with the board. Trying to tie this one up. Get it all to 50 all. Fears on the right wing. Directing traffic. Setting up the offense. Kicks it over to Tang. Tang 3 ball. Got it. There it is. 50 all. Just as we talked about, this game is all but tied. Under 8 minutes left to go in this ball game. Nebraska desperately needs something on offense. This game's slipping away from them. Michigan State has all the momentum, all the confidence. Master on the left wing. It was over to J-Law. Now over to Burke. 3 ball on the way. They need this. Missed it. Michigan State now with an opportunity to take their first lead in a while, I believe, of this second half. Tang now here on the left corner. Working on Haarberg. Over to Fierce. They're taking it slow. Kohler sets a screen. Now back to Tang. Now to the corner. Kohler with the 3 ball. It's blocked. Lawrence with the rebound. He's trying to go quick now. Michigan State's gassed. There has not been a timeout on the floor here for about 5 minutes. Lawrence will reset. Burke now the free throw side. Haarberg, wide open 3, needs it, misses it. Haarberg's had a really tough day on offense. Again, when you're that wide open, you got to make it. And again, Nebraska's lucky we're in this ballgame because, again, nothing's been falling as of recent. But Michigan State's been the same deal. It's been defensive battle. Kohler now to Carr. Back to Kohler now. Fierce will reset. 8 seconds on the shot clock. They need to find something. Carson sets a screen. Now give it to Carson. That's blocked by Burke. Huskers will take it the other way. They got to get something here. Come on. Frager, right corner. He's trying to go quick, but they'll have to reset. Mast. Need him to get involved. Burke now top of the key. Over to Lawrence down the left wing. Lawrence driving inside. He has a lane. Pump fake. Layup. No good. Are you kidding me? Burke with the board. Second chance now for Nebraska. Rick Mast. Come on. Back to Burke. Pump fakes a 3-ball. They'll give it over to Hoiberg. Hoiberg trying to roll inside. Layup. Got it finally. Oh my goodness. If he missed that layup, I don't even know. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. Huskers retake the lead. 52-50 here in Pinnacle Bank Arena. Both teams starting to get more active here on offense. 3-ball on the way here from Tang. Got it. Spartans with the lead. I'd be shocked if Nebraska doesn't take a timeout here. And yep, it looks like, oh, nope, they're not taking a timeout. Okay. They'll let them play. We're gassed, dude. We're gassed. Jalyn working inside. Kicks over to Burke. Pump fakes the 3 from the corner. Driving baseline. Now back over to Mast. 3-ball on the way here from the right wing. Air ball. Air ball. Nebraska is cold. Cold as my freezer. They're cold as the ice cream that I was having yesterday. And this game, once again, slipping away from Nebraska's grasps. Huskers only up 1 point, 53-52. Still anyone's ball game, but right now Michigan State has momentum. The Huskers had a 9-point lead just a couple minutes ago. Now Michigan State leads by 1. Timeout on the floor with 5 minutes remaining here in the biggest game of Nebraska basketball history. Not feeling great about it, guys. Not gonna lie. Not feeling great about it. We'll see. Trying to see what's going on in the transfer portal right now. Huskers versus the refs. Man, we can't hit a shot, man. We can't hit a shot. I can't even blame the refs. We can't hit anything, you know? Congrats on 17K. I appreciate that. Thank you. Every time Rule calls a timeout on defense, I go get the popcorn ready because I know something amazing about to happen. Yeah, amazing. That's one way of putting it. That's one way of putting it. Oregon. Glad you did a live stream. Yeah, man, it's fun, dude. It's fun. Again, let me know if you guys want more live streams just like this. Again, we'll do more watch parties, you know? We'll do more watch parties. And I think they'll get more and more popular as well as we continue to do them, you know what I mean? I just think some people aren't used to it, you know what I mean? So because it's not a staple of the channel, so they weren't like tuning in. But like, well, I think the more we do, especially with the basketball team being good, hopefully it'll start to get big. You know what I mean? Because I know some of my buddies over there at Big Red Rant, they do a little bit of they do this kind of stuff and they have a lot of fun doing it. So I don't know if I'll ever do a watch party for football. Like maybe for like an FCS game we'll do it because we did one for football this year, but we'll do probably an FCS one next year. But like I don't know if I'll ever do a watch party like for like a big time football game because I'm trying to lock in. I'm trying to enjoy the game myself, and then I'll come in here and rant with y'all post game. You know what I mean? But for basketball, I'll do it because we don't even cover basketball that much to begin with. But that might change. You know what I mean? That might change. You should do a live stream for the Class A state basketball championship. Probably not. I to be honest with you, I don't even care. I don't really care about Class A, to be honest. I mean, I'll watch it, but yeah. You should have done a live stream during the volleyball tournament. I was thinking about actually doing one for the Natty, but again, we didn't make the Natty. We didn't even make the Final Four, so that would be really. I don't know how many viewers that would get, though. To be honest with you, I don't think that'd get a lot of viewers. All right, back here in PBA, under 5 minutes to go. Nebraska needs something. Down 1. Michigan State here with the basketball. Once again, they're going left to right. Huskers are going right to left. They kick it over to the wing. Now back to Fears. 5 seconds on the shot clock. He needs to go sub and driving inside on Frager. Tough layup on the way. Got it off the glass. Michigan State up 3. 11-2 run here for the Spartans over the past 4 minutes. Huskers have really choked this one away. Desperately needs some nice little backdoor cut over to Frager, and it was blocked. Are you kidding? What is Frager doing? What? He's trying to do something extra. Just put up the layup. Trying to go and dunk, he just gets blocked like an idiot. Come on. Man, I'm getting passionate. Like, this is just, you kind of see the writing on the wall in a way. Tag it second cell here on the shot clock here for Michigan State. Fears will reset. He's on the Nebraska logo. 5 seconds. Now gives it over top of the key. Back over to Fears. Tough 3-up all the way unmasked. No good. Lucky that didn't go in. Really lucky that didn't go in. Nebraska desperately needs a bucket. Who will it be? Jamarcus Lawrence, perhaps? Rink Mast has not done anything here in the second half. Frager's really been the only force of offense. They have it now Mast on the right wing. Trying to get Jamarcus Lawrence to the rock. They give it to him. Now over to Hoiberg. He's been ice cold. Now Sanford, he's back in. He has 4 fouls. Now Hoiberg driving baseline. Tough layup on the way. No good, but there'll be a foul on the shot. He'll go line for 2. That's desperately needed. Thank you, Sam Hoiberg. Rule took a gamble on Sims and Raiola. I don't know if you trust Rule's gamble with Mekhi. They're not even comparable, bro. They're not. First off, Raiola was not a gamble. Raiola was a 5-star quarterback who anybody wanted. Everybody in the country wanted him. So that was not a gamble. As for Sims, I don't think he was that big of a gamble either. Like, he was a decent quarterback at Georgia Tech. You know, he wasn't some schmuck. So Mekhi is probably the biggest gamble of all of them, but yeah, I don't know. But to say Raiola is a gamble is crazy. That's crazy work, because that's not true. Media timeout, by the way. When we come back, Nebraska will be on the charity stripe here for 2, down 3. Checking in on the bowl game here. It's been a good one in the Dukes Mayo Classic. Wake Forest up 23-21 on Mississippi State. I need to go 2-0 here in these final bowl game pick'ems. Because I'm not going to win the bowl game pick'em at this point, but I'm definitely going to be top 5 in that case, which will be huge. If I can get top 5, I get bragging rights on the bowl game pick'em. But again, the next thing we'll do, because the bowl game pick'em was a smash hit. I mean, we got 150 people in there. So we will do a NCAA pick'em as well. I might put some money on the line. I might say, hey, winner gets some cash, man. Winner gets some cash. We might do that. Or some tickets or something. So we'll get ready for that. We'll do an NCAA pick'em tournament. And I'm terrible at picking the tournament. I'm terrible. I've never won any of my groups I've ever been in. But might as well give back. Because December was crazy, man. I'm blessed. December was a crazy month on the channel. It was absolutely crazy. I think in December we had 1.3 million views or something in 30 days. Yeah. I'm telling you, if I make what I make in December, like all months of the year, dude, I would be doing YouTube every day for the rest of my life. It was unbelievable what we did in December. You know, YouTube is very generous. I'll put it at that. YouTube is very generous. So might as well give back some of that money to the community. And Wake Forest with a score. Huge. Wake Forest going to blow them out. Let's go. Needed that one. All right, back here at the basketball game. Down 3, Haarberg in line for 2. Brad does not look too happy. He shouldn't be that happy. I mean, I don't think we've been playing that well. First free throw up and good for Haarberg. That was a must. Needed that one. Bad. Come on, you got to go for 2 for 2 here. Got to go 2 for 2. Got it. Huge. 55-54. Man, I'm nervous. Starting to get nervous. We're starting to get nervous here, everybody. Starting to get nervous. Lock in. Everybody hit that like button for good luck. Hit the like button on the stream for good luck. Michigan State, Fears. Now to the wing. Jump, pump fake. Nebraska storming to the basketball. Good defense here by the Cornhuskers. We need to stop. Fears will reset. He's on the logo. 8 seconds of the shot clock. Over to Tang here in the wing. He drives inside. Mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound. Michigan State, second chance. Back to Tang. 3-ball on the way. Missed it. Got it. Whew, Nebraska with the rebound. Huge. Huge, 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 huge. Lucky that one didn't fall. Here we go. Huskers with it. Jalyn has it on the low gun. Now to Frager at the top of the key. Huskers down one, trying to get the lead back. Lawrence, mid-range all the way. Rattles around, no good. Mass with the board, he's out of bounds. And they're going to call a foul on Michigan State. They're going to say that he pushed Mast out of bounds. And the Huskers are in the bonus. So that is a huge swing of events. That is a huge swing. So Mass will go to the charity stripe here. First one up and good. 55-55. We're tied up. One more free throw here for Nebraska to potentially take the lead. Need this one. No good. Of course it's no good. Nebraska with the board. Second chance now for the Huskers. 3-ball in the way. No good. And now Michigan State will recover it. 2 minutes 30 left in this one. 55 apiece, both teams. In a top 15 battle here in Lincoln, Nebraska, the biggest game in the history of Nebraska basketball. Crowd is on their feet as they should be. Fears with it on the right wing, guarded by Jamarcus Lawrence very closely. This Husker defense has been the storyline of the day. Cooper trying to set a screen. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Michigan State. Nebraska wants a review. Let's see if they'll get it. Rink Mass is certain it was out on the Spartans. If it were to stand, Michigan State would have the ball with 5 seconds left to go on the shot clock, but they will review it indeed. Mass was certain. He was certain it was out on the Spartans. We'll have to see a review here. Looking at it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Easily out on Jeremiah Fears. So Nebraska, that'll be a pretty quick review here. Nebraska will take over here. 55 apiece, 2 minutes and 3 seconds. That was a pretty blatant. I don't know how they called that on the floor. That was out on Nebraska. Yeah, good job by Rick Mass, though. He was certain. The second that went out of bounds, he's like, yeah, that wasn't out on us. That wasn't out on us. And they're going to call a timeout on the floor here. Woo. They're going to call a timeout on the floor here. Here we go. Buckle up, everybody. Buckle up. This is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. Heck of a basketball game, man. I don't think you guys understand the implications this has if Nebraska can win this. You know what I mean? It's massive. You know what else is massive? No, I'm just kidding. Some people won't understand that reference. Some people, low taper fade. Well, look at this. Seattle is up 63-59 on the number 7th ranked Gonzaga Bulldogs. That's, again, huge for Nebraska. If Gonzaga loses, means we're even going to go up even higher in the poll. Again, I believe if Nebraska wins this, I don't know if we'll be top 5. We probably won't be top 5, but we'll be around 7. We'll be around 6 or 7. So. No way we're dragging that in the Big 26. Low tape of fade. I had to, man. I had to. I feel sick with nerves. Yeah. Ahmad Hudson says 6'7". Fake Ahmad Hudson, by the way. Anything to call the nerves, right? We gotta have fun over here. So again, media timeout. Nebraska will have it when we come back with 2 minutes. Checking on the Duke's Mayo Classic. 30-12. Wake Forest run away with it. That's kind of sucks that both of these bowl games are stinkers. Not gonna lie. That would have been cool if one of those was competitive. Because again, these are our last real bowl games. So that kind of sucks. So it's unfortunate. Okay, here we go. So ball was out of Michigan State. They called it Wrong initially, but they'll now have it with Nebraska. Here we go. 2 minutes for the rest of our lives. In the words of Tim Tebow. Huskers have it. Over to Jamarcus Lawrence here on the logo. Setting up the offense. 55-55. Over to Mast. 3-ball on the way. Got it! Rick Mast with a huge three-pointer here for the Huskers. Michigan State now trying to respond here on the other end. Huskers on a 6-0 run. Clock is running. Nebraska on the verge of a huge upset, which would propel them in the top 10 for the first time, maybe in school history. Fears with on top of the key, guarded closely by Jamarcus Lawrence, trying to work. Now he drives inside. Floater. Alley-oop, no good. Rebound, Michigan State. Second chance, no good again. Another third chance here for Michigan State, no good. Fourth chance by Michigan State. Nebraska can't get a rebound. They put it up, missed it, but then there will be a foul on the floor. Huskers with a huge missed opportunity with their ineptitude getting the rebound. 4 opportunities there for Michigan State. That cannot happen in that moment for Nebraska. Just can't happen. Yeah, looks like the foul was before the shot. But because they're in the bonus, they'll have 1 free throw here. Well, 1 or 2. First free throw, good for Michigan State. Did Danny Nee have a top 10 team? It might have got up to the top 10. They were close. They were close. Second free throw, no good. Huskers with the board. Here we go. Huskers up 2 points with 1 minute, 10 seconds left to go in this ball game. Top 15 showdown here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Jamarcus Lawrence, he's going right to left. He is on the logo. In Valentine, Nebraska, as he stands, guarded closely by Jeremy Fears. Screen is set by Rink Mass, trying to find somebody to pass it to. Now over to Sanford. He'll drive inside. Spin move over to Mass now. Trying to shoot it. 5 seconds on the shot clock. He puts up a step back 3-ball the way. No good. And it will be taken over by Michigan State. Ball rolls out of bounds with 50 seconds left to go in this ball game. Huskers need something here. Need something here. Come on. Reminder that both teams have 3 timeouts. So if we've seen anything in the past, we know it's going to be probably a long end of this game because these teams will start to burn those timeouts. We might get overtime basketball. You never know. You never know. "51 seconds here. Huskers up 58-56. Michigan State here with the basketball. Now they're going to take a timeout. They'll take a timeout. Both teams will re-talk about it. Heck of a ball game. Everything we expected and more. Everything that we expected and more. Nebraska has a lot to play for, and it's been a sloppy game for both teams. Been a sloppy game. But you know what? That's how Big Ten basketball is. I mean, just would be huge for the program if they could get this done. Because again, with potentially Gonzaga going down, checking the Gonzaga game, they have 30 seconds left in the Gonzaga game, and they're down 2. So again, that's just going to move Nebraska up further. That's going to move us even further. If Gonzaga can go down. And again, I think Gonzaga will probably drop no matter what, even if they do win this, probably. If we lose, how much do we drop? We'll probably drop, I'd say about 3, 4. I mean, we won't drop a whole lot, but again, it will drop for sure. Okay, after the timeout here, Michigan State only has 2 left. They are down 2 points. Good vibes, everybody. Once again, hit the like button for good luck. If you haven't already, if you do not have the like button, it means it's bad luck. So you have to hit the like button. Also subscribe if you haven't already. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Everybody on their feet in Lincoln, Nebraska. This crowd needs something to celebrate about after a long football season. The basketball team has come out of nowhere. One of the only undefeated teams left in America at 13-0. Can they stay that way? We will see against, of course, the 12-1 Michigan State Spartans. Here we go. 50 seconds, Michigan State inbounds it. Fears has it. Screen is set. Ball's lost. It's going to go out of bounds. Nebraska takes over. Hits off the knee of Jeremiah Fears on a botched screen, and the Huskers, now with 44 seconds, have an opportunity to increase their lead. They got to burn all this clock if possible. You got to burn this clock, get her about to 20 seconds, get a high percentage to look. If they get a bucket here, that might be game. Here we go. We'll see if Nebraska chooses to take a timeout. I don't believe they will. Haarberg bringing it across the timeline very slowly. They will not take a timeout. They'll let this one play out. He'll just wait for a shot here. 30 seconds left to go. Shot clock is now dead for the rest of the game after this possession. 10 seconds now on the shot clock for the Huskers. He puts them up. Haarberg, throw inside. Tough layup. Missed it. Rebound. Haarberg got his own board. Now over to Frager. The shot clock should be reset. They put up a crazy shot. The shot clock didn't reset. The shot clock didn't reset. Michigan State now has it with the board. 10 seconds. Will there be a timeout? There will not be. They'll play this one out. Fierce at the top of the key. Now over to Tang on the wing. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. They put up They put up a mid-range for the win, for the tie. No! What's going on? Nobody knows what's going on. And now the clock is stopped with 0 seconds left. Did they call a foul on the floor? There is 0.1 seconds left. Did they call a foul on the floor? He drove inside. The crowd is in disbelief. They called a reach-in foul by Price Sanford on a missed floater. That is a horse crap call in that moment. An absolute horse crap call. I've never seen that called, ever. He barely tapped his arm on a floater for the tie. And now Michigan State will have 2 free throws. What a horse crap call by an officiating crew. That is disgraceful. That's disgraceful. So basically what happened, and this call will be under review now. They're reviewing this call. Basically what happened was, again, they were scrambling to have something happen. Nebraska had a layup that was missed by Sam Haarberg. The shot clock should have been reset. I believe he did not actually hit the rim, so the shot clock wasn't reset. Nebraska thought it would be. They put up a crazy shot from the logo, missed it. Michigan State goes the other one with 10 seconds left, puts up this mid-range floater, bricked it, but of course, again, it slapped the arm, supposedly, and now Michigan State, who's now down 2 points, might go to the free throw line, but they're reviewing this. Dude, I kind of butchered that call, I'm not gonna lie. But again, I was flabbergasted. I thought either team would have took a timeout. They're also reviewing if they called it by the time. They're also reviewing if they called it by the time the clock. Yeah, it happened before it expired. It never expired. But again, he barely hit his arm. That's just a horse crap call in that moment. Absolutely disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful call in that moment. And that's an officiating crew that has constantly been biased against Nebraska for years. In every sport imaginable. For them to call that, it barely tapped his arm. And again, it did not impact anything. Barely tapped his arm in that moment. An absolute horse crap call. There's no other way to put it. I'm sorry. Sorry for my language. That is disgraceful. They're reviewing it. I'm sure they're going to keep it as is, per usual. I think they did. So here's what's happening. They put 0.7 seconds left on the clock. Cooper will have 2 free throws. If he makes both, it will go to overtime more likely than not. We need a miss here. We need just one. First one for Cooper on the way. Missed it! He missed it! He missed it! So now Michigan State has to purposely miss the second free throw. They have to purposely miss the second free throw to try to get their own board to put it back up. He missed the first free throw. Here we go. 0.7 seconds left. They're going to take a timeout. They'll take a timeout. They have to talk about this. That's tough. That's the ball doesn't lie. Ball doesn't lie. They shouldn't even been in that situation. They shouldn't even been in that situation. They shouldn't even been in that situation. The refs bailed him out from the very beginning. Absolutely disgraceful it even came to that. But ball does not lie. I'm fired up, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Everybody on their feet in Lincoln, Nebraska, 0.7 seconds away from one of the biggest victories in the history of this program. Huskers are almost about to become a top 10 program in the country. They can feel it. Thanks to Fred Haarberg, Sam Haarberg, Rink Mass, Burke, everybody involved. Here we go. So once again, what Michigan State needs to do here, purposely miss this free throw. They need pretty much an oop to get it in. They missed the free throw on purpose. Rebounded by Nebraska, and there will be a foul on the floor before the clock expires. Nebraska will go the other end. Nebraska will go the other end now. So now there is 0.3 seconds left. Okay, actually, they reset to 0.7 for no reason. What are these refs? What are they doing? They originally were telling them to inbound it, which would make no sense because they're in the bonus, and now Michigan State's going to take a timeout. What are they even doing? The refs don't even know how to do their job. They told Rick Mass to inbound the basketball as if we're not in the bonus. So if you're going to call a foul, you tell Rick Mass, walk over the free throw line, take your points. These refs are unbelievable. And I'm not somebody who gets mad about the refs. I'm not that type of dude. Seriously, I'm not that type of dude. But the way they botched this end of the ballgame is disgraceful. Doing anything in their power to help out Michigan State. Oh, Michigan State, please win. We don't want Nebraska to win. That's what the refs are saying right now. They should be investigated. I don't even want to see Twitter. I'm sure Twitter's having a field day right now. Okay, here we go. Huskers will actually inbound it. Not sure why. I'm not sure what's even calling the floor. I think we might took a timeout, actually. Here we go. 0.7. They just need a clean inbound. That's all they need. And the Huskers will take a timeout. Okay. We're really delaying this, guys. We're delaying the celebration. Are we going to storm the court? Are we storming the court, guys? Are we storming the court? Are we going to storm the court? I mean, I think absolutely we should storm the court. Is there any doubt? Absolutely we should storm the court. Here we go. Nebraska needs to end this game as quick as possible before the refs give it to Michigan State. The refs are looking for any way to give it over to the Spartans. By the way, over there in Gonzaga versus Seattle, they're in overtime with serious implications for Nebraska. Here we go. Inbound here for the Huskers. 0.7 seconds left on the clock. They just need a clean inbound, and it's over. Sanford looking for somebody. He just throws it up. It'll be recovered by Michigan State. He tips it, and this game's over. Touched by Michigan State. Clock expires. Nebraska has pulled it off. The biggest win in the history of Husker basketball. We have a top 10 team in Lincoln, and the Huskers are still undefeated. Everybody is storming the courts. Unbelievable. Folks, this day belongs to Nebraska basketball. This week belongs to Nebraska basketball. And if you don't believe, you better believe now. Fred Hoiberg, he got himself a squad. One of the best teams in the country resides in Lincoln, Nebraska. If you don't believe, you're just blind. You're just naive, I guess. In a game that the refs, the Big Ten Conference, did whatever it took to give Michigan State that win, Nebraska still emerged with the victory. Because ball doesn't lie. Talent doesn't lie. Coaching doesn't lie. The biggest win in the history of this basketball program, folks. Hit that like button if you're fired up. Subscribe if you haven't already. My goodness. And look at them storm the court. These people are going absolutely berserk. I'm proud, man. I'm proud. What a game. Izzo's leaving the court. He's shell-shocked because Izzo gave those refs a fresh $50 bill when he was walking in. He was like, he was doing whatever it took for the refs to give him that victory. Izzo shocked. Izzo himself can't believe it. He can't believe it. He thought that fresh 50 would be enough for him. Guess not. Guess it wasn't enough. Absolutely electric scene here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Again, we have 1,000 people here on the court. These people do not want to go home. There will be a party in Lincoln, Nebraska tonight. Every bar, every dormitory, every house, every street will be packed. These people do not want to leave the arena. A celebration like what we've never seen before. Now, Nebraska's pulled off victories like this, just beat number one Purdue a couple years ago, but we've never seen a victory with this level of implications. Not only beating a top 10 team, but beating a team in order to get yourself in the top 10. We've never seen a game like this for Nebraska. It's one thing to be a good team. It's another thing to be a good team yourself and have this propel the program. What a game, folks. We got ourselves a squad, man. We got ourselves a squad. That's what college basketball is all about, though. That's what's fun about this sport, everybody. That's what's fun about it. Awesome, man. Awesome. All right, we'll do a recap. Yeah, we'll do our recap and then we'll get out of here, man. I'm not going to post a video because we did a live stream, so I'm not going to post a video about it. But all right, let's get into the game. Let's go over to the post game show. We'll act like this is a video, basically. We'll act like it's a video. The post game show. Here, I'll do my best intro here. Nebraska basketball just upsets one of the best teams in America, the number 9 ranked Michigan State Spartans, and Nebraska has proved why they are now one of the best teams in the country. They get it done, of course, 58-56. Let's talk about it. Everybody come in here to the WilsonDittman Sports post-game show. Now, this was a game, well, honestly, it was sloppy to begin with, where, again, both teams' defensive battle. Burke didn't really get involved on offense. Sam Haarberg didn't get involved in offense. Michigan State, again, only 56 points. It's unlike a team that just a couple days ago put up 120 against one of their opponents. But again, Nebraska, really, they set the tone very early on, destroying the boards, multiple big steals at times. And really, again, when they didn't hit too many shots from the three-point land, but when they did, they counted. Again, Rick Mast didn't really do much in the second half, but he was phenomenal in the first half, had 4 straight three-pointers. Jamarcus Lawrence did what was needed with 12 points. Price Sanford was money at times. So, I mean, it's a team with Nebraska that they know their identity. They're gritty. They're gritty, not pretty. Okay, and that was seen again today. They forced Michigan State to play Nebraska's brand of basketball, not vice versa. Okay, when you come into PBA with this environment, with this crowd, you play Nebraska's brand of basketball, which is gritty. It's not pretty. It's physical, right? It's defensive-based. It's three-point shooting-based. And Michigan State couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle the physicality of our defense. They couldn't handle the physicality of Jamarcus Lawrence in Sam Haarberg. They couldn't handle Rick Mast inside. And what was seen multiple times in this game is something we've seen all year, is the resilience of this team. And that's what's different about Nebraska. Okay, that's what's different about us from past years, is that this team is incredibly resilient. Where in the past, like there were multiple times this game where Michigan State was about to pull away. There were multiple times where, again, Nebraska was up 9 points in the second half. It looked like the Huskers were going to pull away, and then Michigan State came roaring back, and everybody was thinking, okay, this game's over, right? Michigan State's going to come back in this one. And then what happened? Nebraska made adjustments. They took a couple timeouts, and they did what was needed. And then, of course, 55-55. What do they do? Rick Mast hits a killer three-pointer, make it 58-55. Multiple stops on defense. You know, even at the end of the ball game where, you know, it's complete chaos. Michigan State goes down the floor, 10 seconds left. Nebraska still stood tall on defense, once again, per usual. You know, so this is a team that is very well coached, very gritty, very physical, built for the Big Ten. Nebraska isn't very deep. You know, we only played eight players in this ball game. Really, only 6 of them had an impact. That, of course, being Frager on the bench. But really doesn't matter because the guys who do get minutes have a huge impact. And it goes to show where the narrative with Nebraska in the past has been they have to play a perfect ball game in order to win. You know, where we started very slow against North Dakota. We started very slow the other day. What was it, against Rhode Island, right? We started very slow. Or excuse me, it was New Hampshire. Because, again, we could have hit the Brides out of a barn. So the narrative with the national media has been, well, Nebraska needs everything handed to them in order to win a big ball game like this. They need to start off hot. Well, that narrative is dead because, again, this was not a game that really went Nebraska's way. Again, it was sloppy, right? It was gritty. We were playing our brand of basketball. We weren't hitting everything, right? You know? Again, really, Rick Masters are only 4 of offense to begin the ball game. But it just goes to show how good this team is. Good basketball teams can win in a multitude of ways, you know? Incredibly impressive. Now, the big question is, where does Nebraska go from here? Where does Nebraska go from here? Because our next bowl game, I believe, is on Monday against Ohio State. We have, of course, the AP poll, which comes out on Monday. At that point in time, I believe the Huskers will be around 8 in America. We'll be around 8, if not 7 in America. This will be a top 10 basketball team against Ohio State, an Ohio State team that is struggling, right? They have talent over there, Ohio State, per usual, but they're struggling. So you play Ohio State, which right now, again, is 10-3, which is a pretty good record for Ohio State with lost to North Carolina, Illinois, Pittsburgh. So actually a better resume than what they're giving credit for. But really look at Ohio State, who they beat, who's any good? Not really anybody. They beat Notre Dame. So again, Ohio State will be a tougher game. I'll give them credit. And that's on the road, by the way. And Nebraska has started on the road a little bit. You play Indiana. Indiana's not very good. They're at the bottom of the Big Ten right now. Oregon's at the bottom of the Big Ten. Northwestern's at the bottom of the Big Ten. So in my opinion, if Nebraska could just get above the hump against Ohio State, there could be a very real possibility they're unbeaten walking into Michigan, which of course is on January 27th, a huge bowl game, which by the way is on Peacock again for no reason. But we know how basketball is. It's unpredictable, right? Even though it looks good, you never know. Again, Ohio State might be coming to play. Indiana, let's look at Indiana's record right now. Taking 10-3. We lost to Louisville. That Minnesota loss is pathetic. Holy crap. They haven't beat anybody good. Yeah, Indiana's not very good by any means. This is not the Indiana team of old. You play Oregon. Oregon's horrific. Oregon, I mean, very well coached with Dane Altman, but they're not very good. Northwestern always is terrible. So those games will be pretty easy dubs. Washington's not very good at 9-3. Again, really, we kind of got a good draw here with the schedule. We play every single team in the Big Ten, then we play, I believe, 3 teams twice. And then Minnesota's usually pretty bad as well. Yeah, so we really, again, the Ohio State game will be the toughest challenge, and that's on the road. And I don't feel great about playing it on the road. But, man, you get above the hump there. I just don't know when this team's going to lose. I don't know when this team going to lose, you know? It's fun, dude. All right, let's get in the comment section. See what you guys have to say here. Keep making the Kempov believe. Exactly, man. Kempov, man, what do they have in Nebraska right now? They've been pretty disrespectful. Pretty disrespectful. Of course, Gonzaga squeaks in overtime. Yeah, I'm watching that game right now. They're gonna win. It's unfortunate. Gonzaga does that all the time too, where then they barely take teams to overtime, and then they win in overtime. You know. So, Kevin and AZ, this is awesome. I agree with you, Kevin, man. It's awesome. It was a huge win. D-bag on Peacock talking about possible foul. That's crazy, dude. Again, they're still trying to make excuses for Michigan State. They're still trying to make excuses. I want to look at Twitter. I'm sure Twitter's going crazy right now. I don't even want to. Do I even dare look at Twitter? Do I even dare look at it? Oh my goodness. Yeah, people are going nuts. People are going nuts. Yeah. Holy cow. Holy cow, man. I want to look at the Nebraska basketball comment section. There'll probably be some PG-13 stuff on here. I don't even know if I want to show my screen. People are going nuts. Dude, that's awesome, man. I'm not even going to read this comment, but you guys can read it yourselves. I'm not even going to read that comment, but you guys can read it yourselves. That's crazy, bro. That's some crazy disrespect there, man. Who cares about the Zags? Maybe we'll see them in the tournament. We care about Gonzaga because if they lost that game, we jump them in the poll. That's why we care about Gonzaga. Because again, if they lost that game, we would jump them. We still might jump them, maybe, but again, that's why we care. Not. Come on. I don't know. I don't like comments like that. It's just it's like of course we care what other teams are doing. You know what I mean? Of course we care. Ohio State's a trap we taken out. Yeah, Ohio State will be a tough game. Ohio State will be a tough game for sure. For sure. I'm nervous about that. But I mean, this a prove it game. I mean, this was a game where everyone's asking, is Nebraska legit? I think Nebraska's pretty legit at this point. Pretty legit at this point. First thing these broadcasts said, yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I can't even. Though that's unbelievable. They're looking for ways to disrespect us, man. It's okay though. We may never lose again. Rah, rah, rah. That's so true. Make sure to like and subscribe. Facts, man. Facts. Everybody hit that like button on the stream. The reason why we won is because everybody hit the like button. If you haven't hit the like button, you're gonna give us bad luck for the next game. So hit the like button. Also subscribe if you haven't already. Ranked 11th with Danny Nee. Was that the highest we've been with Danny? What's the highest in school history? What's the highest with in school history? Wasn't it 7th? Wasn't 7th? I'm gonna look this up real quick. What's the highest in school history? Let me look this up here. Okay, let me share my screen here. Dude, we've barely been ranked. We've barely been ranked. Yeah, we were 11th with Danny Nee here. Okay. In 1965, the highest we've been is 8. The highest we've been is 8. I believe we'll certainly jump that. We'll certainly jump that. I think we'll be around 8. We have to be. Because let's look at the AP poll right now. Let's look at the poll right now. Let's see who will jump. We should jump North Carolina because what did North Carolina do this week? They won their games. They play SMU. They play SMU tomorrow. We'll see about that, but they'll beat SMU. But we should jump North Carolina. We should jump them. Vanderbilt's still undefeated. Who have they beat? Nobody. They play South Carolina tomorrow. They'll beat South Carolina. We should. You'd think we jump Vandy though. You'd think we jump Vandy. We have a more impressive win than Vandy does. BYU again. We beat BYU to exhibition. That doesn't really matter though. Will we jump BYU? That's the question. I mean, they'll beat Kansas State too. I don't know. I don't know if we'll jump BYU. That'll be a tough one. We'll jump Michigan State. We could jump Gonzaga. Now they struggled against, even though they beat them, we could jump them. Houston struggled against Tennessee. I remember that. They'll beat Cincinnati tomorrow though. We won't see too many upsets. Purdue. There hasn't been too many upsets this week. Nebraska has to get inside the top 10. If we don't get inside the top 10, that's completely disgraceful. Completely disgraceful. Oh, the Duke's Mayo Bowl got good. Okay. The Duke's Mayo Bowl got competitive here, guys. Okay, what are the basketball games tomorrow? What could happen? What could happen? Are there any ranked unranked games? Really? There's nothing. Those games suck. Yeah, that's not awesome. I don't know. We'll see how much we jump. We'll see how much we jump. So again, we play Ohio State on Monday. It's kind of weird to play a Monday game. And then what do we play after that? Probably Thursday. Oh, we play Saturday? Okay, we play Saturday. Oh, 11 o'clock. That's not ideal. What do you know, man? What do you know? We should be top 10. Max Williams says, Wilson, I miss you. Max, bro. I appreciate you tuning in. I miss you too, dude. I miss you too. I hope you're doing well, my guy. Hope you're doing well. I appreciate you watching, man. That's awesome. Listen to the Pavelka call. Do we want to do that? What call? What call? What call specifically? I'll listen to the Pavelka call. Is it on what is on the internet right now? Oh, here we go. Okay, I found it. I gotta put in my earbuds though, so it doesn't echo. 1 second, guys. I gotta put in my earbuds. Let's hope my earbuds connect to my laptop here. Let's listen to the call. Let's see if this works. I don't think this is gonna work. Bear with me here for 2 seconds, guys. Bear with me for 2 seconds while I try to get my, because I gotta put on my earbuds so it doesn't echo and sound bad. Oh, here we go. It is okay. I think it'll work. I think it's working. Okay, let's do it. Let's listen to it.
Jacobson will throw.
Oh, I can't listen. I can't hear it still. Dude. Oh, perfect.
Throw it in. Scott will cover him along the baseline. 0.7 of a second left to go. Jacobson.
You can still throw it long, too.
Has handed the ball. Gets it in. Baseballs it down the floor. And it is touched. And it is. There's the horn. And the Huskers knock off Michigan State. Move over, top 10. Make room for Nebraska basketball. Make room for Daddy. 58-56, Nebraska beats Michigan State, and they storm the floor. Storm that puppy.
He just said move over for Daddy. He said move over for Daddy. That's crazy. Let's listen to this call real quick here. This is the 3 ball from Rink.
Nebraska's ball, 22 on the shot clock. Inbounds pass Hoiberg to Mast. Mast with a pump fake on the stick arm defensive Kohler. The switch on the hedge. Puts one up. He got it down! Bango, 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 bango. Huskers take the lead in the second 3 of the game by Rink.
That's electric, man. That's electric. That's electric. That's electric. Hope you guys could hear that okay. That's electric. I love Pavelka, man. All-time Nebraska legend. He's a Nebraska legend. No question about it. Hope you guys heard that good. First time I'm excited about Nebraska basketball. Sheesh. I can't even pronounce that name, man. That's crazy. It's been that long. That's awesome. Titan Davis spot at PBA. Cap. I'm not buying that. I ain't buying that. Rick Mass is 28-1 at home. That's a crazy statistic. That's a crazy statistics. I grew up with Pavelka calling football. Yeah, man. Yep. He's a legend, dude. I hope he continues to do this for a while. Because he could very well retire very soon. We'll see. We'll see. Wilson, if you're free tomorrow, you should listen to my high school basketball games. I'm calling on the air. Let me text me on Instagram. Text me on Instagram and give me a link. And I might. All right, guys, putting your final stuff here in the comment section. I gotta rest my voice because I gotta record some videos tonight. You better believe we got a big portal update coming tomorrow morning. We'll get right back to football. But again, put your final stuff down below in the comment section. Can be about whatever. Make sure to hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, now is the time to subscribe. This is the best month of the year on the channel because, again, we thrive in the offseason. I love the offseason because we go to work. We go to work in the offseason, so I'm excited for it. This guy says, "Oh, great football." People like football, man. I mean, we did a dedicated live stream for basketball. Come on. Well, we gotta talk about football. Football is the moneymaker, man. Everybody loves football, and I love football too. Couldn't stop smiling when they stormed the court here in the Go Big Red chant. Yeah, that was cool, dude. That was cool. Thanks for really enjoying the stream. I did too, man. Again, let me know if you guys enjoy streams just like this. Like we will try to do more watch party streams. So I'll look over the schedule right now. I'll try to tell you guys when the next, because again, this looked like a hit today. I mean, everybody watched this one. Like this was a pretty good hit. So I'm assuming everybody wants to bring these to come back. But looking at our schedule, I'm trying to think about when our next watch party would be. When it would be. Ohio State, I mean, Ohio State's tough. Maybe Ohio State. We might do Indiana. The weekend games would work best because, again, I'm going back to college in a week. So during the week I'm at college, and it's just I couldn't be able to do it at college. So like the Michigan game, maybe like I might go back home that night to do it. If we're like undefeated going to Michigan, I'll have to stream that game. I'll have to. But that's a weekday game, so that'll be tough. And that's also my mom's birthday though, so I don't even know if that's tough. I might not do that. We'll see. Illinois probably will do that one, but we'll do some more throughout the year. You better believe we'll do some more throughout the year. We'll do some more, but the weekend games are going to be more advantageous for me to do. But again, I'm assuming. Look, I'm gonna look in the comment section. I'm assuming you guys like these because we'll do more. We'll do more. I'm assuming you guys like these. Whatever you guys want, I'll do whatever you guys want. If you guys want them, we'll do them. And again, I don't think we'll do any for football, but I don't know. We'll see. We might do like 1 or 2 with football next year. Wilson, you're doing great things. I appreciate it, man. That's a great comment. I love that. Thank you, man. Can Hoiberg coach football? Doubt it. Doubt it. Makes me want football to be back so bad. I mean, we just had football. I'm cool with the offseason. I like the offseason for football because it allows me to be excited about this football team, and then I get my heart crushed every single year. So I like the offseason because we can get excited about the recruiting, we can get excited about the portal, we can get excited about whatever, you know what I mean? I like the offseason. It's fun for football. Like that's when my channel thrives. My channel thrives in the offseason. The offseason is when it's fun, you know. What are the odds we land Berrymon? I'd say about 75. But Kentucky's making a push. Should we put more money into basketball or football? We put football. Football is the money maker, man. Football is what makes money for everybody. So basketball is awesome, but football will always be king forever. I'm just an old guy, but I enjoy the channel. I appreciate you, man. I love our community because we have people of all ages, you know. Like I go out in public, and I was at the mall the other day shopping. I was at the mall shop. I was at Westro's Mall in Omaha. The second I walk into Westro's Mall, I meet a fan. He's about 45 years. I don't want to guess his age. And he's about 45, and he said, "What's up, Wilson? I'm a big fan." Like literally the second I walk into Von Mar, and then later down the line, I'm going to J.C. Penney, and I meet somebody who's about 70 years old watch my channel. And then the other day, I was walking in downtown Omaha, and I meet somebody who's about my age watch my channel. So it's just crazy, man. Like we have people of all ages who watch. You know, it's just really, it's a great family here. You know, I believe that. Is Minshew a done deal? Yeah, it's pretty much a done deal. Like it's, you know, pretty much a done deal. I'm about to record a commitment video, so we'll get that going after this live stream. But I'm also about to record my video for tomorrow morning. We'll have a video 8 o'clock, or excuse me, 9 o'clock per usual. My birthday's tomorrow. This is an early present. I appreciate it. Oh, you do? I was about to say I appreciate that. That's awesome, man. Tom, happy birthday. Don't tell me how old you're turning. I'm sure you turned about 22. Have a good birthday, my man. Enjoy it. Thank you for supporting the channel as always. But have a great birthday. Enjoy yourself. Appreciate yourself is what I was trying to say. Wilson, you have loved the 90s. I'm sure I would have, dude. I'm sure. But I'm always grateful for growing up when Nebraska wasn't good, because I believe that growing up in the 2010s, growing up in the early 2000s, it made me who I am as a Nebraska fan. It made me more loyal because I didn't get to see too much winning, and I'll stand by that. I think being, you know, growing up with all this losing, it made me what I am, and I think that's awesome. I think it's better to grow up with a losing team than a winning team, because again, it builds character, right? And then when we finally win, it's gonna mean so much to me. You know what I mean? That it might not mean to somebody who's already seen winning. So I'll always enjoy, even though I haven't seen much winning in my lifetime being a football fan. You know, I think I think it's been good for me. I think it's been good for our generation. Tom says, "Tell your dad I said hello." Do you know my dad, Tom? Do you know my dad? What's my dad's name? Do you know my dad? That'd be cool if you knew my dad. Which old lineman do you see committing? We'll talk about tomorrow, my guy. Tomorrow, I can't you try and have me spoil my video tomorrow. Just wait 11 hours, 9 o'clock. We'll talk about it. You know? Tom says, "Oh, Dan, okay, okay." I will say hi. Used to work with him. Okay. Tom, were you the one I met in the mall? Because I met somebody in the mall who said I work my dad, who's a fan of who was a fan of the channel. I'm telling you, there's so many people. I can't go out in public anymore. Okay, no, I'm kidding. Okay, so there's a different person. Okay, Tom Golden. I'll text my dad. I'll say Tom Golden said hi. I haven't seen my dad was watching the game. I'm sure my dad's pretty excited. Husker fan from Ohio here. You watch your videos every single day. I can't talk to anyone around here about them. Lol, thank you. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. That's an awesome comment. I appreciate that. I do it for you guys. You might be an old man. We start winning again. Hey man, you never know. You never know. You enjoy the ride. You know, enjoy the ride. It's nothing. I always say it's never as deep as what some people treat it as. You know, it's just sports is about fun. You know. Wilson, did you happen to catch the Nebraska-Michigan State basketball game? Ross, you're trolling me, bro. You're trolling me. Thanks for the live stream. Your channel GPA is 4.0. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for that. Who do you got? Indiana, Oregon. That'll be a good game. I got Oregon, or excuse me, I got Indiana. I got Indiana. But it'll be a good one. I think the winner of that's going to win the Natty. So we might do a Natty live stream, maybe. You know. Can we get a backwards hat, Wilson? No. I'll check it out, man. I'll check it out. When are you going to transfer to UNL? If UNL has a better academic rating than Creighton, I'll transfer. when they get a better academic rating. I hope my full ride scholarship's still on the table because I had a full ride to Lincoln and because I had a full ride to the Creighton too. And I chose Creighton just because I like Omaha more than Lincoln, honestly. And I just chose Creighton because I thought it was a better school. But if Lincoln goes above in the academic rankings, they still got my full ride on the table, maybe grad school. I don't know. I might go to grad school. In that case, maybe. New year, any new goals for the channel? Grow, man. That's what it is. Grow and have fun. Produce daily content. The rest will figure itself out. I would love to hit 20K though. I think we'll hit 20K this year. I would love to hit 25. 25 is my goal. I think 25 is very doable. I think we could hit 25 next year, or this year at some point. So that's my goal. 25,000. Continue to scale it. You know, continue to get more views and just have fun doing it. You know. I agree with that. Wilson, invite Rule on the channel. I need to tell him something. Dude, if I had Rule on a live stream, I could not trust y'all to ask him questions. I know you guys well enough. I know you guys well enough. You guys would make me look bad. You guys, we'd ask real questions, for sure. But no, I don't think Rule would ever go on this program because I would ask him real questions. I would ask Matt Rule some very real questions because I'm not a professional. I'm a professional YouTuber, but I'm not getting paid by a publication. I could say whatever I want to say. But Rule probably wouldn't go on my show because I'd probably keep it real with him. But I'd ask him some tough questions. I'd ask him about the recruiting class. I'd ask him about the in-game adjustments. I'd ask him about some of his coaching mistakes. I'd ask him about his coaching hires. You know, so I just don't think an interview with Matt was kind of on the table, to be honest with you. That's just me being honest, because I think we'd ask him some real questions, and I don't know if I don't think he liked that too much. You know. Any updates on the D-line coach? Yeah, I mean, supposedly there's somebody in place. We'll talk about tomorrow. That's something I'll figure out after this live stream. Do you listen to the Shilk and Nick podcast? I've seen clips. I don't listen to it specifically, but I've seen clips of it. Yeah, Nick Baugh. Yeah, I've seen clips. Appreciate your hard work. You deserve 100K. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Get Trey Taylor on the show. Maybe, man. Maybe. I mean, Trey's in these live streams, you know. Maybe. I never want to be the type of guy who's like begging recruits to go on my show. I'm not like, we don't do a bunch of interviews here, but maybe in the offseason, that might be like a February video. We might do a Trey interview. So we might do that. I think he would be down. He would definitely be down. Can we talk about baseball? When the baseball season happens, if the baseball team is good, I'll talk about baseball. If the baseball team stinks, I'm not going to talk about baseball because people don't care about baseball. Like, I mean, I kind of like baseball, but I don't think the majority of the Nebraska fans like baseball. Like, you know, I'll do whatever people want, you know? So like, I was even thinking about doing basketball. Like, I don't know how much people love basketball, you know, but clearly people do like basketball. Rule block the No Rock, No Block podcast for keeping it real. Not a chance Rule will come on your channel. Probably not. Yeah, I don't think Rule would. I did contact Rule one time to do it but I was small. I was a smaller channel at the time. But yeah, I don't know. I think Rule is still mad about me about the Marcus Satterfield situation from last year, to be honest with you. I think he's still mad about it. He was not happy about that video because we talked about some stuff with Marcus Satterfield and he was not happy about that. There's some stuff I can't say. But I think Matt Rule, not to say me and Matt Rule on bad terms. We aren't on bad terms by any means. He knows who I am, but we're not on bad terms. I just don't think the last time we were in communication, he wasn't very happy with me. I'll just say that, but that was a year ago. Things could have probably changed. But I am critical of Matt Rule, but I'm critical when it matters, and I think people deserve to be critical. I'm not going to sit here and, But I'll text Matt Rule. I'll text him. I'll say, hey, Matt, you want to come on the channel? I'll text him in February. So we'll see. That'd be a fun interview, though. I'm not really an interviewer. I don't really do. I'm an analyst. I'm a fan. Your channel is WilsonDittman Sports, not WilsonDittman Football. So cover basketball teams, baseball, softball team. Again, I'll cover whatever people want. You know what I mean? Like I cover football because I like football. I'll cover basketball because I like basketball. Baseball, like baseball's good. I've made baseball videos in the past. I'll probably never do softball, to be honest with you. I personally, I watch the softball team sometimes, but I just can't get around the softball team. You know what I mean? So maybe though, you never know. Bull just said the bare minimum every season. Yeah, he does the bare minimum, and then he gets hot in the tournament. You know what I mean? That's kind of what kind of always happens. And then they barely make the NCAA tournament, and then they sink the bed. So I'm not a huge fan of it. I watch the baseball program every now and then, but I just if I were to make a baseball video, how many views do we get? 400. You know what I mean? That's not worth my time. Whereas I can make a football video and get 10,000 views. You know what I mean? So again, it just kind of just depends. I wouldn't be covering basketball right now if we weren't good. I will always support the baseball program and the softball program, but it's one thing to support, another thing to make content about it. I'm going to make content about what people want to talk about and what people want to view. That's how you are successful YouTubers, because to succeed through YouTube, you don't focus about what you want to talk about. You want to focus about what other people want to talk about. That's kind of how it is. How long do you think Nebraska basketball keep the win streak going? I mean, if they can get above the hunt, or excuse me, if they can get above the hump with Ohio State, I think they could win out up until Michigan. So this is a huge win for them. Huge win for them. What a game, Nebraska basketball. Wish I had football. Could do something like that. Yeah, man. It's not that hard to beat ranked teams in football. Wisconsin beat 2 ranked teams this year. It's not incredibly hard, but we make it look hard. We make it look hard. Does Kenny Minchey have a high chance of starting over TJ? Yeah, it's really tough to say right now. It is so tough, just because again we've barely seen Minchey play, so it's really tough. If I were to put an estimate out, I'd say 60% Minchey right now. But again, I want to make this very clear. Some people will say, well, Minchey's guaranteed to be our starter. I don't think that's the case. I could very well still see TJ start. What are you studying? Accounting and finance, my man. What was our last football win against a ranked team? It was against Oregon 2016. And Oregon was not even that good when we beat them, to be honest with you. Or because Oregon had did Oregon miss a bowl game that season? They weren't even that good. So, who did Nebraska football get today? We got Minchey, my man. We got Chambliss probably too, but Chambliss is more up in the air than I thought. So I shouldn't even say we got Chambliss. Probably didn't. I wish Coach Rule would invest heavily in the best coaching staff he could buy and develop the players. Coaching matters. Yeah. I think he's tried to go all in with coaching. He tried to get Elijah Robinson. He's missed out on some big dogs, He missed out on some big dogs. I'm trying to see what happens in this Duke's Mayo Bowl. Wake Forest up by 7 points with 2 minutes left to go. Hold on. I want to look at the bowl challenge here. Hold on, let me look at the bowl challenge here. Dude, think twice about accounting. It's a bear, bro. I'm about to be a junior in college, man. I'm senior standing in college. I've already taken my fair share of accounting classes. I'm really good at accounting. I don't want to pat myself in the back, sound like an idiot, but like I like to think I'm kind of I like to think I'm a smart person at times. I like to think I'm a smart person, but I got a 4.0. I got a 4.0. I've all A's in my accounting classes. I say that not in a braggadocious way, but I'm not an idiot. You know what I mean? All right, here's the bold challenge right now. I'm in 4th place, man. I'm holding it down. If Wake Forest wins, I might go up to 3rd place. Because Bitcoin legend here, who'd he pick? Please tell me he picked Wake Forest or picked. Yes, he picked Arizona. Okay. So if Wake Forest wins, which is about to, I'm going to jump up to 3rd. I'm going to jump up to 3rd. What did Bagone pick? Tell me Bagone picked. Tell me Bagone picked. Who'd he pick? Let's see. Oh, yeah, he picked Mississippi State as well. Wait, okay, wait, hold on. Did I see? I checked Arizona. Never mind. Hold on. Yep, both these guys picked Mississippi State. Yes. Yes. I'm going to jump. You guys can't tell me nothing. If I jump up to top 3, you guys can't tell me nothing. Can't tell me nothing. That would be so legendary. I'm going to hang around. We're going to watch the end of this game, and then we'll get out of here. I'm going to watch the end of this Duke's Mayo Bowl because I want to see where I'm at so I can brag. So I can brag a little bit. Assuming Wake Forest wins, but Mississippi State's using their timeout, so I don't know about that. We'll see. This guy says, Caleb says, how many people do you think will officially enter Nebraska tomorrow from who went to the portal? Honestly, at this point, it's like, I don't even know how many more players we're going to lose, you know? I mean, we lost a couple today, but at this point, like Jacory's coming back, Marshall's coming back. If we lose somebody, I don't think it's gonna be an impact player by any means. Like I would be shocked if we lost any more like really big impact players. We might lose one, but again, I don't know who that'd be. Who would that impact player be who we lost? Like I'm trying to think who that would even be. Who would the impact player be? I don't even know. Like Gatula, maybe Gunner, maybe. McGahee might leave. Like that's really about it, Like I just don't even know. I don't even know. When Izzo asked about rushing the core in postgame, he said he hoped he got stomped on. Oh, by the way, Wake Forest touchdown. Woo! Let's go. Done deal. Demon Deacons. Let's go. I appreciate your hustle. What streaming platform do you use? I use OBS. OBS is what I use. I use OBS, and then when I'm on my phone, like after games, like when I'm at Mortal Sam, I use Stream. What do I use? Stream East, or no, not Stream East. I use StreamYard. Is what I use, not Stream East. Stream East is a streaming service. What is one player you don't want to lose? I don't want to lose Larry Tarver or Demetrius Bell. I don't want to lose those guys. The guys with high upside. Oh, how many come to Nebraska? Oh, let me look at your question here. What was your original question again? Oh, transfer to Nebraska tomorrow. I mean, we might say like one commitment because it looks like Minchie is going to wait till Wednesday at this point. Shameless, I don't know how much of a done deal that actually is. We might see one, maybe. We're not gonna. That's at the very most, man. That's at the very most. What position did Markway switch to? He switched to edge rusher, which was weird. I don't know why. Where's Dylan going to? I think it's gonna be Oregon, my man. Who do you have in contact with among players? I'm not gonna say that. That's good. Journalists do not reveal their sources. I love when I get that comment too. They're like, "Well, what players are talking to you?" Like as if I'm gonna like put those guys on blast for 10,000 people. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't make any sense. Like players tell me stuff because they want it out there, but they're not gonna say it themselves. Like if a player wanted that out there, they tweet it out. You know what I mean? Like who do you have in contact with? Like, yeah, oh yes, I'm gonna give you all everybody. I'm gonna tell you the agents I talked to. I'm gonna tell you the players. I'm gonna tell you the parents I talked to. Like, I just don't. I get that comment every now and then. It's like, no, who does Sean Callahan tell you who he talks to? Like, no. And again, I'm not like I want to make this very clear. I'm not an insider. Like, Sean Callahan has more sources than I do, absolutely. But this is what comes with the job. Because I'm a YouTuber, because I have a platform, and because I'm young, frankly, players want to talk to me because I'm relatable to these players. You know, a lot of them know who I am because of other reasons, even like because I knew them from other things. So, you know, players will text me because I'm their age and I'm relatable to them, and they'd rather text me than, you know, some 40-year-old beat reporter, you know? That's just kind of what happens. Like when I started doing YouTube, I was not an insider, you know, because I was some random. But now with doing this more and more, you know, people want to talk to me, and that's just kind of what it is. But again, I'll make a preface, like I'm not an insider. Like I get bits out now and then, I get nuggets now and then, but I'm not, you know, I'm not a huge insider, you know. But I do have some inside segments. If we go into Michigan undefeated, I'll be fully husked. Yeah, that'll be tough. I will lose at Michigan. I mean, Michigan, I think, is the best team in the country. So I that'll be tough. Why wait until Wednesday? Because Minchie's visiting on Wednesday, apparently. So yeah, I don't know why, to be honest. I don't know why. Why is Satterfield still being paid? Great question. Great question. Great question. Juwan Gary tweets out Nebraska basketball is legit. Shout to Juwan Gary, man. Shout out to Juwan Gary. Dude, ESPN's tweeting about us. That's lit. And honestly, like the Nebraska, like Pinnacle Bank Arena is just unbelievable. Like it's a phenomenal home court atmosphere. There's very few places like that in college basketball. Like I wouldn't say it's like top 5. Like there's certainly better venues than Pinnacle Bank Arena, but it's up there. Like it's definitely up there. And it's been up there even when we were bad, you know. As he against slaughtered in the postseason, yeah. But Mississippi State sucks. Like they shouldn't even made a bowl game. They're 5-7. So I was shocked they were actually favored to win this game. That's why I picked Wake Forest. How many years will we continue to do your channel? Yeah, I don't know. I think I'll do my channel for a long time. You know, I don't think I'm like stopping my channel at any like given point. It's just like at some point in my life, I'll have to make a choice whether or not I want to do this full time, you know. Which again, it's I could do it full time, you know. I make enough money to do it full time. I just don't know if that's my passion, you know, to do it. I love it, but I don't know if I want to do it full time. So again, I don't know, but I think I'll always do YouTube, but it won't be daily content forever. You know what I mean? Like I'll do, if I get another job, you know, I'll do it like twice a week, 3 times a week, but it won't be daily forever, you know. But or I might do it full time. It just kind of depends on how it goes, you know. Like it, you know. I make it a good amount to do it. I make enough to do it full time. Just again, it's not about the money. The money's fine. It's just, do I want to do this for the next 10 years of my life? Like it's a grind. Like it is a grind. I make 2 videos a day. It is a grind. You know, I gotta wait for breaking news all the time. I can't. You know, there's a lot to it. A lot to it. So basically, TJ is the guaranteed starter. Can't believe they aren't trying to get an experienced quarterback. I don't think that's true, Nickel. I think, I mean, Minchie, you're correct. Minchie's not experienced, but Minchie's a solid quarterback. He's a good option. You know, is he a home run option? Absolutely not. I'm not going to BS you. He's not an experienced option. He's not a phenomenal option, but he's a good option. And he's somebody who's played well when he's got opportunities. So, you know. It's good to see Indiana pulverize Bama. Yeah, that was awesome. How far do you think the men will fall? Oh, you mean the poll? You mean rise. Fall means they're going like to 25. No, you mean rise in the poll. I think they'll be top 10. I think they'll probably be 9, I think. I don't think we'll be as high as probably what we want, you know. I could see you being an On3 insider or inside Nebraska guy. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I don't how much of those, I mean, I hate to say it's about the money, but it's like I really think I honestly think like, are those guys getting 100K a year? You know, like I'd pick YouTube in that instance, if you know what I mean. Like it'd have to be worth my while. You might develop mental health problems, maybe, man, maybe. And again, it's a stressful job. Like it's results oriented, you know. Dowdle reunion. We'll see. We'll see. We'll talk about more tomorrow. But why would we pay so much money for a quarterback who might not even be the starter? We're not paying. Yes. I agree with you. Yes, exactly. Like we believe in TJ, so that's why we took Minshew, because it's a cheap option. Yes, that's a great. Yep, yeah, I agree with you, 100%. I read that wrong initially. Sometimes we need a slugfest win. Slugfest wins give you opportunities to learn. I agree. Yep, I agree. It was sloppy, bro. It was sloppy, but they got it done. Who are the best defensive players we're looking at in the portal? Chambliss is up there, dude. Chambliss. We wanted Trey White. Looks like Trey White's going to go to Texas Tech. Bryce Anderson from Texas A&M's pretty good. Trying to think of some more guys at the top of my head. We wanted the Pitts. We wanted the Pitt linebacker, but I don't think he's going to come here. It looks like he's going to Ohio State. But we've contacted a lot of big names. We just kind of missed out on them so far. Do you think Raiola would start if he went over to Oregon? Yeah, because he's not competing with anybody. Moore's going to go to the NFL. So, dude, when is this Mississippi State game going to end? I'm waiting for this game to end. They're up. Wake Forest up 14 points. It's gonna be like the Michigan game, bro, from basketball. This game's just gonna go on forever. Like, come on, end the game, man. End the game. They're taking timeouts. There's got players getting injured. Like, bro, you'd be better than the goofy blonde guy that talks like he has a grape in his mouth. I don't even know who that is. Not gonna lie. I'm so glad I found your channel. I've been waiting for a bit. I've been watching for a bit over a year, and you do top-notch reporting. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll try to keep it going as long as possible. And again, we'll do it at least for the next 2 years. Because I don't graduate for another 2 years, you know what I mean? But again, I really don't know what the future brings. I don't. And again, I might do it full time. It just kind of depends. And job offers for sure. Like I've gotten job offers. Like I want to make that clear. I've gotten offers from publications, but nothing I felt like was a good opportunity, you know. How do you notice okay, hold on. How do you notice how hard the players in the portal? You got to rephrase that, my man. Dude, there's somebody injured right now. I'm waiting for this Mississippi State game to be over with, but somebody's injured. It's like, dude, Mississippi State just need it out. It's over. Your season's over. It's over. You know, why are we doing all this? These shenanigans. Rule not getting fired. I don't think he'll get fired either. We're around the drive. I think Emmett's going. Probably third round. Fourth round. I could see fourth. It really depends on how well he tests. That's really what it's gonna come down to. Oh, I'm trying to read my comments from my portal update earlier today. Let's see. Anybody say anything funny? Not bad. Didn't do too bad. Why can't this fan base give TJ time? Yeah, that's good. That's a good point. Again, they're jumping into conclusions after the bowl game. Like, come on, you know. What are the chances Ole Miss wins the Natty? Low. Chambliss it's possible. They don't have a good enough defense in my eyes. They don't have a good enough defense. Their offense is spectacular, but do you really believe they're going to beat Indiana in the trenches? I don't think so. But anything can happen, you know. Do you think we sign a running back anywhere close to the skill and ability of Emmett? No. Emmett was a top 5 back in America. We're not going to find a top 5 back, you know. We're not willing to pay that. This Mississippi State player is getting carted off the field. See, this is a great example of why you knee out the game when it's over. Why are you just ruined this player's next season because you're being stupid at the end of the game. Mississippi State should be ashamed of themselves. They should be ashamed. But no, again, I think it'll be Frazier probably still. I'm surprised Frazier's not visiting this weekend. He still might, but Lindsay says Magnum says hi. I don't know who Magnum is, but Magnum, I say hi to you as well. Thank you for saying hi. What do you think of Trey Taylor? I like him. He's a good kid. He's a good I shouldn't say he's a kid. He's like my age. Well, he's not my age. He's 3 years younger than me. But he's a good player, really good player. And I think Trey will start second year. Big fan of your channel. Been watching since about 300 subscribers. Man, Grant, you're a real OG then, dude. You're an OG. You an OG then, my man. Appreciate you. Tell me we're gonna get a big time running back. I don't think it'll be a big time running back. Like I think Frazier and Weissner are kind of the best it'll be. I think Weissner's a possibility. More like now be Frazier. So rebuilding Nebraska. I don't know. I don't know. This ain't maybe a gaming channel, but chance of getting the Alabama receiver transfer. He hasn't done anything. I wouldn't want him, to be honest with you. He hasn't really done anything. So DeBoer to Nebraska immediately, bro. What is this comment? What is this comment? I just think some Nebraska fans are living in their own delusion. Like, why would Kalen DeBoer come here? Why would Kalen DeBoer willingly come here? That makes no sense. Yes, he's going to leave Alabama to go to Nebraska. Like, why even have that comment? It's just crazy. If you think Dylan played like Adrian Martinez was better, Adrian was better, but I don't think it was by a lot. Love this channel. Also made my top YouTube and review. That's cool, dude. Yeah, I got a lot of those. I got a lot of people said those are the top channels. That was really cool to see, you know. Is Pritchett staying? He is. He is. Pritchett's come back. He come back. Running back from UConn. Good call. Good call, Braska Rascal. Cam Edwards, very real possibility. That's a good call. Yeah, I forgot about him. Good call. Dude, I'm waiting on this I want the Mississippi State game to be over with so I can check the bowl game challenge. I want to see if I get to top 3. I heard something about Trey Taylor being quarterback early. Is that true? I don't think Trey should start as true freshman. He should redshirt. He absolutely should. Outlook on the secondary next season. We'll talk about an upcoming video. That's actually one of my video ideas, funny enough. Thoughts on Anthony Rizak coming to San Diego State? It was a good fit. Really good fit. Really good fit. He might start for him next year. Dude, what is Mississippi State trying to do? End this game, man. Like they're trying to play hero ball, and they're calling fly. It's the same crap with the Michigan basketball game. These games are pissing me off. I'm telling you. They're trying to milk this for ratings. Do you think we can end the ranked win drought next year? Probably. We have like 6 tries next year. We should. We'll beat somebody. One realistic offensive target you want? Cam Edwards probably, but I would like a big time offensive lineman. I would like Malachi Greenland, who we'll talk about tomorrow. I would like him. 4th down and 4 for Mississippi State. Please get sacked. Please get sacked. Yes, he gets sacked. Phew. And they're going to knee out the game. Thank you. So we can finally check the bowl game challenge. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for sacking Wake Forest. Thank you. They're gonna knee this out. They're gonna knee it out. And then we can finally see the bowl game challenge. How high is Wilson after getting this one right? I think I went undefeated today. That was huge. Huge. Do you think we'll get the North Dakota lineman? We'll see where he visits. He hasn't scheduled any visits yet. So he might just show up this weekend. He might just randomly show up. You never know. He might just show up just to show up. He might just show up. All right, one more knee for Wake Forest. When did you start my channel? I started 3 years ago, man. I started in 2023. Started in 2023. Here, let's see. Oh, look at John. Even they got John Johnson making a video. Look at that. They got John Johnson even making a video. You know, it was a big victory when John making a video. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see my My oldest video. Kane Williams. Look at this. Look at me. That was 3.5 years ago. I recorded this video and this was right before I entered my junior year of high school, I believe. Or it might have been, I don't even remember. I had braces, man. I had braces wearing my Nebraska hat. I still have that hat. Dude. This was me. I was at my friend's house. I was watching like football or something, and I was at my friend's house, and that's when Scott Frost got fired. I was watching that. Yeah. Back then I was just doing it for the love of the game, man, just cuz, you know, and it took a long time for it to really take off. Like basically what happened was, what was my first big video? My first big video, well, I had some big videos early on, but the when I really took off, it was I had a Dana Holgerson video that was huge. I'm trying to figure out when that was. Yeah, it was this one. This was the one where I got 16,000 views on this, and I hit 1,000 subs that day, and that was the big day. So, yeah, man, been doing it for about 3 years, but really didn't get big until probably last offseason. So, all right, let's check the bowl game pick 'em here. Am I third place? Am I third place? Am I third place? Am I third place? Oh, they haven't updated it yet, have they? Hold on, I don't think they've updated it. Come on, update this. Come on. I'm waiting on for it to update. Come on. You can update this. Oh, wait. No, they did update it. I didn't move up or down in the standings? What? Hold on. Did I not move up or down? I thought... No, there's no way. There ain't no way. What are you talking... No. No, man. I thought I was gonna move up. That's okay. I'm still 4th place. I'm still 4th place. That's solid. It's a good place to be. Can't complain about 4th place. All right, guys. With that being said, putting your final stuff down below. Your final stuff, and then we'll get out of here. I gotta record. We've been going for like 3 hours, bro. It's been a heck of a live stream. I think probably my longest of all time. John says the first Nebraska basketball game we watched all year. Doesn't shock me. Doesn't shock me. 2 years ago, I told you to get a pop guard for your mic. I do remember that. And that was huge. That was huge. That pop guard was huge. And I got a new mic that I don't even need a pop guard for anymore. But that was huge, man. Would you believe you would have 17K in 3 years? Probably not. Probably not, to be honest with you. All right, man. Heck of a live stream. My voice is completely gone. I gotta record videos. I don't know. I gotta fight through it, man. I gotta fight through it. So we will be back tomorrow at 9 o'clock. We'll have a big portal update. You just know it's gonna be talking portal. We'll be talking portal for about 2 weeks now on the channel. It's gonna be pretty much portal. And then we'll do another watch party for the basketball team. I just don't know when. I can't tell you when. I mean, maybe we could do one for Ohio State next Monday. We could. And we'll go live at some point just talking portal. So I'll try to go live one more time in the next 10 days before I go back to school, because I go back to school not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after that. I believe the 13th or something. So, all right, guys, I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me for 3 hours. Heck of a live stream, super fun, big victory for Nebraska basketball. Once again, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, now's the time. Hit that subscribe button. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button on the way out. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. 9 o'clock Central. Be there early because we'll have a lot to talk about for Nebraska football per usual. It's going to be a busy month as always. All right, guys. Go Big Red. Go Fred Hoiberg. Go Matthew Rule. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.